Here we go. Testing. Can you guys hear me? Let me see how we got. What's up, PJ? What's up, Jado? What's up, Neo? What's going on, guys? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. This was an unexpected stream, but I figured that, hey, why not? Because I'll be streaming tonight. And I'll be streaming tomorrow as well. Because I don't think I have a guest appearance tomorrow on any podcast. Let me see. Yeah, no guest appearance tomorrow on the podcast. So yeah, I'll definitely be streaming tomorrow, you guys. So make sure you guys come tune in as well. Yeah, so just wait for some of you guys to come in, and then we can get started on this. What's up, Kuma? What's going on? What's up, Mazkaz? So I can't believe Ninja Gaiden 4 is happening. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm not getting the game, but that's awesome for everybody that likes the game. Yeah, I mean Ninja Gaidens are good. They just weren't my thing. Yo, what's up, Omega? What's going on? What's going on? Wait for some of you guys, more of you guys to come in before we start the stream. If you didn't remember, yeah, guys, yeah. Remember that I normally don't do this or whatever like that, but yeah, drop a like, guys. If you guys are here, just drop a like, man. It definitely helps me. Helps the stream out, gets it out there and stuff like that for other people who may be interested in this stream and stuff. So yeah, yo, what's up, Derpy? Yeah, man. Ninja Gaiden 4 is finally happening. It definitely is, man. And yeah, they just shadow drop. Man, that shit is a remake. That shit is on a whole new engine and everything. It looks a whole lot better. That shit is a remake. That's why I understand why the industry, they conflate what a remake and what a remaster is. Like, remaster is just upscaling everything from audio and just upscaling the original game. They didn't upscale. They did this shit in an entirely new engine, upgraded engine and everything. That shit is a remake. So I'm calling it a remake. I've been enjoying Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. Cool, man. Cool. Yeah, so we definitely be talking about that. So you drop like, ring that bell, hit that subscribe button and all that shit. Yeah, thanks, Dirt. Yeah, man. As I said before, man, I'm trying my best. I'm gonna try my best with you guys to try to stream as much as possible. I'm gonna try to do this more often and stuff. I'm gonna try to make this a weekly thing. I'm gonna try to do. I can't promise yet, but I'm gonna try to do 2 to 3 days a week of streaming. I haven't figured out which days yet, but I'm gonna try to do 2 to 3 days a week. Will be a perfect day. What would be the perfect 2 to 3 days during the week to stream? I was thinking Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The days that, well, I can't really do many Mondays because some Mondays I'm on my boy Leon's podcast on some Mondays. As we rotate guests and rotate members on the podcast and stuff like that. I'm also going to start having guests on my podcast too. So World of Paradise, my boy Leon, expect him to be on the podcast as a guest. Me and going to have a one-on-one. And then it's going to be a fun video. We'll probably be talking about some Sonic and stuff like that, since me and him and I are Sonic fans and stuff like that. Then we'll talk about a lot of other things, but the main theme will be Sonic. But we'll be talking about all kinds of other stuff, but the main theme will be Sonic. Then I'm gonna have my girl Cassie on here from the Cult Cage podcast as well. I'm gonna have her on there. We'll have a one-on-one, and then after that, then I'll have all four of my homies on there: Cassie, Leon, and LG. All four of us all together and stuff on my podcast and everything. So I think that'll be awesome. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. So I buy the game. Said, yeah, Expedition 33 looks phenomenal. Yes, man, we're gonna talk about that. So I'm excited for Ninja Gaiden. I know a lot of you. I was thinking about you guys the moment I saw the direct. I watched the direct. The direct was actually really good. I liked it. We want definitely go over all that. We're gonna talk about that in a second. He said I should play the Ninja Gaiden games as well as the Dead or Alive games as well. I'm gonna be honest, man. When I saw I know the Ninja Theory logo where it shows the thunderstorm and the tidal waves in the mountain. Every time I see that logo, I don't think of Ninja Gaiden. I think of Dead or Alive. So the first thing that came to my mind first was Dead or Alive. I said, nah, that's not going to happen. It's going to most likely be Ninja Gaiden. So that's what came to mind. It was Dead or Alive first, and then as I started thinking about it as the logo was going on, I said, no, it got to be Ninja Gaiden. It has to be. Especially when they was alluding that a legendary franchise from a Japanese studio. I guess you wouldn't call Dead or Alive legendary. It would have to be Ninja Gaiden. But yeah, it's definitely play the Dead or Alive games. Yeah, they set in the same universe. Ayane, the shinobi chick with the purple hair, that's like half sisters, I believe, with Kasumi. Ayane is actually in from Dead or Alive. She's actually in um Ninja Gaiden. And actually, I think she's playable in the Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, which is the remake. I think she's playable in that. So what they did was to sell the game and push the game, they put Hayabusa in Dead or Alive to sell the game. Or like that, because it's a familiar face. People know who Ryu Hayabusa is and everything. That was to sell the game. But then they found a way to just incorporate him and the DOA characters in the universe and put them on the same universe. Which I believe is very, very smart. I would love to see more fighting games do that. Start making more spin-offs and put them in different genres like action RPGs, beat 'em ups. I mean, Namco did it with was it with the Nina William game, which they could have did something good with it, but it bombed because I think if I can remember, Law and Paul was supposed to have a beat 'em up like Streets of Rage game, but it never happened because because Nina game had failed. But I would love to see more of that. I think that's cool adding Dead or Alive characters in with Ninja Gaiden put in the same universe. Now I want to see them. I want them playable. I want Kasumi be playable. I want to see them play a heavier role in Ninja Gaiden or have a DOA based game that's an action an action based game or action RPG or something like that. I would love to see them do that. Not really impressed, but Ninja Gaiden always awesome. Yeah. Like I said, Ninja Gaiden was hard. I wanted to get the Nina game. Let me tell you something. There was a lot of PS2 games that I missed out on that I really wanted to grab, but it was like, I'm like a young teenager, about just now getting a job, but it's so many games I'm able to afford and buy as a teenager and stuff like that. So you have to pick and choose what games you want to buy and stuff at the time, and then just wait for your parents to buy other games or wait for Christmas for your parents to just dump a load of games on you and stuff like that. But I wanted that Nina game, but it just never happened. He said I'll kill for a Yane Momiji spinoff game. Yeah, that'd be dope. But I'd like to have them all in the same game, playable and stuff like that. I want to see them interact with each other, and things like that. Make them fully customizable and stuff. But yeah, Yane, that's dope, man. I like to see more of that in the future with our fighting games. I mean, they attempted it with Soul Calibur on that fucking whack ass Wii game. It's called Soul Calibur or something. Can't remember what it was called, but it was an action RPG. We usually play as Siegfried and stuff like that. And that game was just trash. So, but nowadays we have massive backlog of games. Yeah, I have a massive backlog, so I don't really have time to really try a lot of stuff. Is it thanks, Valve? It says, speaking of which, I heard Tekken. He said I heard Tekken and Soul Calibur are in the same universe, but different points in time. So I think the Double Gene came from Nightmare. That's interesting. I mean, that can work since it's way in the past and shit like that. So yeah, I can see that. I can see that. That makes sense. First live stream in the new era of America, eh? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Other than South of Midnight, that was a good showcase. Oh no, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. South of Midnight, even though it's not my kind of game, it wasn't that bad, man. It wasn't. It really wasn't that bad. It had the plot is it's nothing groundbreaking, but it's a pretty okay plot, and she's looking for her mom. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I really don't. From what I've seen, it doesn't look like a bad game. It's not for me, but it is aesthetic wise, presentation wise, it's a different artistic style of game. I don't see anything wrong with it. I really don't. It don't look that bad, guys. I could be wrong at the end of the day, but it doesn't look that bad. It's not something I'll play, but it don't look that bad. It really don't. And then you have the option to do the stop motion type of animation, or you can do just your typical 60 frames or whatever performance there is and stuff. It's a lot of two-faced people on YouTube showing who they really are. Who we can talk about that too. I recently got a Switch Pro controller. Oh my god, what a controller! You finally got a Switch Pro controller? When did you get a Switch, bro? Like I don't got the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Switch Pro controller. I had this for years, and in fact, This is the first one I got. So I have 2 Switch Pro controllers. I've been fucking with this for a long time. Yeah, the Switch Pro controller is like, they're good controllers. They are really good controllers. I had to get this because I'm a Xenoblade Chronicles fan, so I had to get this. But yeah, I play my Switch dock. I know, like, the Joy Cons are just ass. They feel fake. They feel plasticky. I feel like I'm gonna be able to rip them. It had 7.5 years. It said 7.5 years with Pro controller. But yeah, I don't know what took you so long with that. But yeah, I've been had. Yeah, I fucks with that. I really fucks with that. Let me see. Wait, hold up. I ordered food. I'm not sure if the food is here yet. I'm gonna make sure. Hold up, 1 second, guys. Yeah, hold up, guys. My food is here. Do not go anywhere, guys. Do not go anywhere. The food is here for me and my daughter. Don't go anywhere, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, let me see what we got here. That we be here. Hard rock music. All right. Are you a rock fan? Yeah, man. Like, I grew remember, I'm 30, I'm 37, I'll be 38 in March, and I grew up on all types of music. My favorite kind of rock, especially 80s rock, man. 80s rock is my favorite type of rock, but I listen to rock as well. But that music that you heard on my please wait for stream to begin, or stream will be right back. That's from the Dare Alive series, because I'm a big fan of Dare Alive. But yeah, I love some rock, man. Whatever's good to the ear for me. Like, I'm very versed in music and stuff, and music genres. I don't just stick to one particular genre. I listen to a lot of stuff. So yeah. Yo, what's up, man? I'm seeing a lot of new faces, man. I really appreciate it, guys. Like, I'm seeing a lot of new faces. I picked up a lot of new people. It's time. What's up, Rav? What's up? What's up? What's up? If I had to pick it to be Tekken 7 for me, because Akuma was in the game, which was set in the same events of Street Fighter 5, I believe. Oh, interesting. So yeah, I've only played Tekken 4. In my opinion, don't shoot me. In my opinion, out of all the Tekkens, Tekken 4 was my favorite. It was the most unique to me, in my personal opinion. Most unique Tekken. And it's so sad they wouldn't revisit something like that ever again, because of the complaints, because of the design of the open environments and all the other things. But that was a good game for me. All right, see what we got here. I want to make sure I got it. Anacomics, not Conomics. He said the culture war is a war of ideas. There are some good ideas and bad, but some creators get attached to the anti-woke stance without understanding the underlying principle that makes woke ideology bad. Yeah, the whole squad is here. Yeah, we definitely get into it. I want to make sure that I get try to get enough of y'all. Yep. I'm okay with Beatles. I love David Bowie. I love Green Day. I love Yellow Card. I do love Pink Floyd. Yeah, Aerosmith. Yeah, yep. Me and my daughter birthday is in March. Mine's is the 28th. My daughter's the 26th. My daughter be going on 16. And oh yeah. Lincoln. This is the thing about Lincoln Park. I love Lincoln Park, but a lot of the white boys hated Lincoln Park, from what I remember, because rock, even though everybody can listen to rock, when you think about rock back in the day, it's white boy shit. Like, white people listen to rock and stuff. So you have a lot of white boys that love rock. They love the hard rock, they love the metal, they love all kinds of rock. But white boys, especially, I'm talking about me, from my experience and from what I heard from a lot of white boys growing up, especially in Philadelphia, a lot of white boys hated Lincoln Park, was because Lincoln Park was that link to connect. It was like a mainstream type of rock that even a lot of people, black people, fucks with Lincoln Park. Everybody started liking rock more and more because of Lincoln Park. So it was kind of like they felt like they were their space. Because when I met a lot of white boys that knew rock, I didn't know a band. They felt so proud to be able to introduce me to a band or introduce me to certain music, rock music that I knew nothing about. So it felt like an exclusive club. But that's what any type of hobby or any type of fandom, where you feel like, okay, this is mine. No one knows anything about it. But Linkin Park was responsible for making a lot of rock very mainstream. So this is where the whole gatekeeping thing starts to come into the rock aspect of things. Because now you have a lot of casuals coming in because of Linkin Park or whatever like that. Like I said, I grew up listening to a lot of rock, especially a lot of 80s rock and stuff like that. So this stuff wasn't foreign to me. But Linkin Park was responsible for the actually get deeper and deeper into rock. And a lot of white boys didn't like that shit. Like I remember getting on Final Fantasy 11, and I was part of this Link Shell, and is this guy named Ragnar. He was the leader of the Link Shell, and he asked me, you know, we and he's a good dude. Like he taught me how to play the game and everything. But when we got down to music and started talking about rock, and I mentioned Linkin Park, oh my god, he was just so annoyed. Not at me, but they just didn't like Linkin Park. You know what I'm saying? So that's where all that comes in when it comes to that. It said starting soon music is from Dear Alive 3. Well, I'll be right back. Dear Alive 6. Yup, you got it. Yo, what's up, Phenomenal One? We got a lot of youngins in here. It said can't freaking wait for Doom Dark Ages. Yeah, we're gonna talk about a lot of this stuff. I'm trying to catch up. Your guys just keep coming in. Demonic, what's up? Doom and Ninja was the only game I was interested in the showcase. You know, E-Day. So I love Tekken 4 stages and that airport music, bro. Yes, yes. Yo, dog. Green Day and Panic at the Disco and stuff like that. I'm not really into heavy metal. And that's when you get to heavy metal, you start getting to all the different type of genres of metal and stuff. That's when you start to lose me. When you start getting to the hard shit. Yeah, because the rap had a lot to do with it too. Having the Linkin Park with the rap and stuff. Yeah. What character do you want in Ninja Gaiden 4? I don't know. I don't play Ninja Gaiden, so I really don't know. Yo, what's up, Cavern? What's going on? What's up, Mugen? Smash mentioned you and yeah. Like me and Smash is cool. Like I talked with him on the Hypnocast last week. I used to hate Linkin Park. The radio wouldn't stop playing their music. It was so annoying. I started listening to metal in my teens. Said rock is a black genre thanks to legends like Chuck Berry. Yep, Chuck Berry, Little Richards, and what's my other boy? Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that. So every white boy I knew loved Linkin Park. That's who put me on them. We got a new Ninja Gaiden today. Good day. I know you all Americans, but do you have any thoughts about Radiohead, Oasis? Oh, I love Coldplay. I got a couple when they were soft rock. I don't know what here's the thing, guys. I'm not well versed in rock to know what genre these bands fit in. I don't know the difference between like you have your alternative, you have your pop rock, you have your punk rock, you have your metal rock and stuff like that. You have all different stuff. I don't know what fits in what category. Yo, what's up, man? That can surprise me to hear that. Yeah. Led Zeppelin, yup, Black Sabbath, yup. System of a Down, Ant Farm. Like, what are your thoughts on bands like Deftones? I don't think if I heard their music, I probably didn't know their names. So where's your power armor private? All right. Let's see. Let me go. Did Alanah really delete that video you did on her? Yeah, I think she deleted because of me. Because when I like I said, that video, we want to get into it. Like, hold on to that. Like, we're gonna get into that. Yeah, man. I knew a lot of people that I knew didn't like Nickelback. A lot of white boys I knew didn't like Nickelback either. Like, people used to clown Nickelback, but I love Nickelback. I love Nickelback. All right, so yeah, all right. So before we get into it, let's do what we always do. First, as I said before, make sure you check out Striking Keo Tees. My brothers, Striking Keo, got a t-shirt business where we create custom designs. We create merchandise so you can get anything that you want on a hoodie, sweatpants, leggings, wallets, mouse pads, tumblers. Did I mention mugs? Yeah, mugs. We do keychains. We do quite a few a lot of different things. We're going to eventually get an embroidery machine, and what I mean by embroidery, that means we could be able to put designs on hats or whatever like that, and also sneakers and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that once we finally get that. But that's something that we're saving up money from the business to be able to get that to expand our brand. We also gonna be doing raw scrolls pretty soon as well. So when we'll announce that once we start getting to do raw scrolls, and we're gonna be getting another printer so we can start printing out our own posters instead of me outsourcing to get the posters printed up and stuff. So yeah, man, definitely check them out. As I said before, Striking Keo Tees. All these designs are made by my brothers. Like I said, they're graphic designers, so that means you can't find these designs in any other apparel type of store. Rather, it's at a physical location, or even if it's online, you won't be able to find these designs because it's made by my brothers. So you definitely got to come to us and if you contact them, they typically respond right away. And the more, how can I say it? The more clear and more detailed you are about what kind of design that you want, the faster we can get the shit done and have it shipped to you. Now, we're stationed in Philadelphia. We have our own studio where we do have our press machine and we do all our work there. And that's where I also going to be doing all my fulfillment when it comes to this Venus Orion Comics and VK Chapter 1 campaign as well. But yes, if you live close by in the Philadelphia area, you can actually make an order and you can actually drive to us and pick it up. So you get a chance to meet me and my brothers as well. If you want to do something like that, if you live in the Philadelphia area, and whatever, instead of waiting for us to ship it to you, you can just drive to us. And if you really live close by, we can even drive it to you. So however you want, we can do it that way. And also, Mugen TV will actually have a store sometime this year. So at Striking KOT, so you'll be able to get all the Mugen TV merchandise. And then, of course, Venus Orion Comics later on this year will also have a store where you can be able to buy Venus Orion Comics merchandise from VK to other things as well. And then we're going to move on to the newsletter for Venus Orion Comics, which I'll also put that in the chat so you can go check that out as well. I keep stressing this. Having this is very, very important because it keeps you in the know, keeps you letting you know what's going on behind the scenes when it comes to Venus Orion Comics. And also, every time I have campaigns, you'll get that link as soon as possible. And especially since my campaigns have a lot of limited items, you better grab those limited items, especially when you have those early bird tiers as well. So also make sure to go definitely look into something like that. And it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. I normally send a newsletter out at least once a month at the very least. If not, the maximum is probably like 3 or 4 times. And I don't know when it will ever get to that. But yes, you also get a newsletter. And also you get free wallpapers anytime I get a chance. Whenever I have wallpapers available for you guys, there will be a link for you to download those wallpapers. And I also appreciate the fact that you guys showed in the Discord your desktop wallpapers, showing the wallpapers that I've put out for you guys to download, that y'all been members of the newsletter and stuff. And I really appreciate that. And you even showed your cell phone screens as well. And I really appreciate you guys are getting involved with all that. I really appreciate it. Here's also an invite to the Discord if you're interested in joining the Discord as well. If that's something that you want to do, you don't have to, but if you want to do that, you can communicate with the rest of the community and including myself and everything. So definitely, man, I'm telling you, I advise you to go check it out and look into it. Oh man, thanks for the super chat from my boy Code. He said, yo, this is one of the first times I donated to anyone on stream. You're one of my main inspirations for pursuing my creative endeavors. You rock. And you know what we talked about. Let's keep it to ourselves, Code. But after what I showed you, bro, after what I showed you, I can't wait to see what you come up with after I showed you what I showed you to help you out with your content and things like that. And I really appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Oh man, thanks for signing up, bro. I really appreciate that, man. We said, I love watching that Venus Orion Comics world building video you uploaded a few months ago. Hearing you go in so depth about your characters and story was oddly inspiring. Yes, there's going to be more in-depth videos about my characters, especially after chapter 1 of VK release. Expect on my Venus Orion Comics channel. Expect on my Venus Orion Comics channel to see a lot of breakdowns of my characters. I won't go through I won't spoil you these characters, but I will give you enough information, surface level information, so you can be able to get into it. Also, sometime this year, there's going to be a whole video about Neo-Delphia where I'm going to have narration and everything. I'm going to have a voice actress and narrate it. We're going to go through a whole thing that's going to talk about Neo-Delphia, so you can be able to get into the city, what makes the city tick, and how the citizens maneuver around the city, especially since it's the Guardian state and everything. So we definitely want to get into that. We said I want to see some Radical the Porcupine stuff soon. Radical the Porcupine is actually a video game character. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a comic because he's originally a video game character. Because like I said, I'm going to start an independent studio. There's going to be 3 headline games. I can't spoil the last game, but there's going to be a third-person adventure slash shooter game starring a female protagonist, which I can't spoil who she is. You have to wait. And then my RPG, which is my Galenia anthology series, Galenia Dreams of Aldeas. That's going to be my first RPG. That's JRPG inspired. And then Radical the Porcupine, which is going to be my adventure platformer game. It's going to be story driven and everything, platforming elements and stuff like that. Yes, that's gonna be like my 3 main, and then I'm gonna have a fighting game, which I can't spoil that too. That's like, so I'm a fighting game, action adventure platformer, a third-person shooter adventure game, and also a JRPG inspired game as well. So yeah, Radical Porcupine. I may do a comic at some point, but he's actually, I wasn't even supposed to reveal Radical the Porcupine, but I want to show you what Venus Orion comics and what Venus Orion is all about. He's actually a video game character of mine, because he was a concept of mine back when I was in 5th grade, when I wanted to be a game developer, which I still want to be a game developer. I want to own a gaming studio and stuff. And he was the first character I came up with, Radical the Porcupine, because of course I was inspired by Sonic. I grew up off Sonic. Sonic is very dear to me, because even though I played the NES, my father had an NES. The first game I ever played was Legend of Zelda, but my first personal console was the Sega Genesis, and Sonic the Hedgehog was the first game. When Sonic the Hedgehog 1 came out, or whatever, when it launched, I had a Sega Genesis. I had Sonic and Alter Beast, Sonic the Hedgehog and Alter Beast. They was the first 2 games I had for my Sega Genesis. So Sonic really inspired me, and that's where the whole thing of Radical the Porcupine came in, because of Sonic the Hedgehog and stuff like that. So yes, that's the whole thing. He said I was trying to draw that character, but I couldn't find him anywhere. Go, if you can't find him, I talked about him in my video. I posted a link to the video. If you want to draw him, hold up. Yeah, hold up. I got you. Give me a second. Let me get to that link real quick. I talked about him in my video where I said I started a comic book company. That was the first time I mentioned Venus Orion Comics on my YouTube channel. I'll get that for you. And I showed Radical the Porcupine, so you can just get Radical. You can just look at Radical Porcupine from that video itself. I can't remember what the timestamp. You go into that to just keep skimming through it until it pops up. But I did mention that as well when it came to a year ago. I'm gonna put the link in the chat so you can go check out the video. Radical Porcupine, he's there in this video right here. So yeah, and then of course, before we even get into the rest of the topics at hand, of course, here's the campaign, guys. This is the campaign for VK. We made it past our goal of $4,000. We had $5,478. As I said before, here's the link to the campaign. It's a pre-order campaign. As I mentioned before, I'm going to mention it again because I know I got a lot of new viewers here. As I mentioned before, the book is already done. The book is already done already. So this is pretty much a pre-order campaign. This is not a crowdfunding campaign at all. It's a pre-order campaign. This money that you guys are using for the pre-order is to help me be able to print off, mass produce the comics so I can ship it to you guys. It covers shipping, and it also cover the printing costs to print these books up to send out to you guys. That's what it's for. Whatever's left over gets reinvested back into Venus Orion Comics and to help with the development of other books and future books and stuff. But as I said before, even though I reached the goal, 4,000 is only enough to be able to support and to ship out these books to you guys. But it won't be enough for me to have money to reinvest, which means I'm going to have to go back out of pocket to work on chapter 2. That's why I want to go. That's why my goal is to at least reach 7,000 or 10,000 or above to actually sit really well to help me work on chapter 2, because chapter 2 is not going to be 32 pages. It's going to be anywhere from 42 to maybe 62. 62 is maybe, but it's going to be anywhere from 42 to 62 in between those numbers right there. So it's going to be a longer book. So if I don't have money left over, which means I'm going to have to spend money out of my pocket once again for chapter 2, which means this is a longer book. It's going to be a longer wait for chapter 2. So that's the case with that. So yes, I reached my goal, but if we can go farther beyond that, that would definitely help. So if you know anybody who's interested in this campaign or interested in comics, in anime, manga, or whatever like that, definitely tell them to check it out. And also, don't forget, there's a digital version of this. There's a digital version of this book. There's, like I said, there's 3 variant covers. You got cover A, which is the base cover, cover B, cover C, and then of course, cover D, as I always mentioned before, cover D is the most bought out. It's the most bought cover of them all, cover D. And when you open it up, it fully wraps around, makes a full image. So, and also, as I said before, the whole point of this is to foreshadow events that may occur in the book or future events that will happen later on, and there's clues going to be left in. So that's the theme for for every cover D. We're going to have something like this, like a manga type approach. And as I showed you before, the vibrant art colors and stuff, the book has a gloss feel to it and everything. So yes, this is the most sold out book, and it's very limited in quality. There's only 100 of these, and you guys are going through them like really fast and stuff, which I appreciate. You guys have to sign. I think I'm almost out of the signed copies of cover D. I think we got 1 or 2 more left, and then we're done with that tier. That tier is gonna be sold out or whatever like that. So if this is something you're interested in, definitely check it out. And also, when you buy the physical, you get the digital with it for free. So if you guys want to show some support to Venus Orion Comics, if you want to show support or whatever like that, I understand when there's new things, a lot of people don't want to take a risk to try and put their money and invest in something that they know nothing about, and that's understandable. That's human nature and stuff like that. So I understand that. That's why I also got digital. Digital is $5. The digital copy is $5. So that means you can actually buy into this. You can back this campaign for only $5, the digital. And a lot of you guys out of nowhere have been buying up the digital, which means I'm glad that I did put it out there. I was afraid of piracy going to happen and stuff, but there's a whole market out there that people want to read, want to digital readers out there that wants to read and stuff like that. So if this is an entryway for you to get into Venus Orion Comics and VK Chapter 1, then grab the digital. You lose nothing. It is no shipping. If there's no shipping fees, it's only $5. For only $5, you get a chance to actually see what VK is actually about with VK Chapter 1 for only $5. And if you're not a comic person, but you want to show me support, you can actually just donate a pledge. You can just donate a pledge without receiving anything. And you just want to just donate to me because you just believe in what I'm doing. You see the potential in it, and you just want to see your boy Mugen Lord succeed. So you can also do that as well. And as I said before, I'll post a link one more time. And before we actually get into the topic of what's going on, we're going to be talking about today. So yes, let me read the chats again. And then we're gonna get in. Said this is sick. Is the whole fam self-employed? Yeah, we all self-employed. All of us. The whole fam is self-employed. Said looking forward to it. He said, what stretch goals do you have in mind? Oh, okay. I forgot to mention that. Thanks for reminding me. Yes, I have stretch goals, guys. Since we made it to our goal, every backer gets free 3 exclusive keychains of Jasmine Mitchell, Nolan Brett, and Tech Lock. You get those 3 characters as keychains for free. Everybody who backs the campaign, everybody who backs it, everybody who gets a digital, anybody who gets merchandise or whatever book cover or whatever like that, everybody would get this. Now that we reached our $4,000 goal, everybody would get those 3 keychains, because there's a total right now. There are keychains. There's 6 of them. There's Hezekiah Draven, which is Young Rav. You have Caleb Draven, which is Strike, and then you have Isaiah Draven, which is Keo, and then you have Varian Keller himself, and then you have a Draven brother keychain, which has all 3 brothers on it, and then you also have a Venus Orion Comics keychain as well. So there's 6 total of them, but now there's an additional 3 since we met the stretch goal of 4K. Then there's an add-on goal once we reach 8K, where you get tumblers of Tech Lock, Jasmine Mitchell, and Nolan Brett as well. Now, if you don't know who Jasmine Mitchell and who they are, I'll show you them in a second. Real quick. It's for you guys, so you know who they are. All right, I'll bring it up for you guys. All right, let me present real quick. Share screen. Yeah, so here's Jasmine Mitchell and Nolan Brett. You'll get them on a keychain, and you also would get them on tumblers or whatever like that. I wish I had a tumbler in front of me so you know what a tumbler looks like or whatever. I would have to go back when I go to the studio. When I come back, you'll when I come back from the studio at some point, I'll show you what a tumbler look like and mugs and stuff like that. So yes, you will also get them on a keychain as well, as exclusives for backing this, for getting us to the 4K stretch goal or whatever like that. Then a tumbler add-on, you get them, and then of course Tech Lock. Show you who Tech Lock is. Which is he's with the Retributes. He's the tech guy that helps Hezekiah and the Draven brothers and Varian and them and stuff. So yes, you also will get my boy Tech Lock as well on a keychain, and also a tumbler. So you get them as well for reaching those stretch goals and everything. And then the at 40K there's a VK book bag, which we gonna have. Let me put this down here. There we go. Let me where is it? Oops, let's take it back here. All right, cool. Perfect. So yeah, VK book bag at 40K as an add-on. And then the final one for 100K is a fully animated trailer with voice acting and everything, fully animated, of the first arc, Shadows of Ascension. And it'll pretty much it'll pretty much show you what to look forward to for the first arc, which is 10 chapters, which is the first 10 chapters. You'll get, it's no spoilers, but you want to get a chance to see like the characters that's all involved. You'll see the Draven brothers, you're going to see Varian, you're going to see the other members of the Retributes, you're going to see Jasmine, you're going to see Nolan Brett, you're going to see the antagonist, Alan Fleck, you're going to see Detective Bertelli and Detective Danvers. You want to see everything. You want to see some action in it and everything. So if we ever reach the 100K, that would be the thing. And this is just a dream goal of 100K or whatever like that. So yeah. So yes. So we're going to get into this. As I said before, I'll drop the link one more time if you guys are interested in backing this campaign and everything. So definitely check it out. So we definitely want to get into this. First, we want to talk about the direct and everything first, which we definitely want to get into in a second here. So I'm going to bring this up for a second. Share screen. And all right, we'll get into the developers direct. All right, so yeah, there's a few things I wanted to talk about when it comes to this developers direct. Is I forgot. I thought it was last Thursday and forgot, and then I was reminded after I seen a bunch of people posting on Twitter that the direct was coming and everything. And what made me tune in was because they said it was a legendary Japanese studio or Japanese IP that Xbox was going to reveal. So that was the main reason why I logged in, and also Expedition 33 was the other reason why I wanted to log in and see what that was all about and everything. So we want to skim through this direct, give you my thoughts and opinions on it and stuff. Then we'll talk about Alanah Pearce after we finish going through this direct and stuff and talking about it. So people like Alanah Pearce is talking down the gamers. Yeah, we definitely go through all that. It's amazing that you are really making your book a reality. Yes, man. It still feels like a dream to me that I'm actually holding my book in my hand, you know? What's up, Ruined by the Internet? I want to make sure I catch up on everything. I can't wait to show everyone Caliber Fighter and my character soon. Looking forward to it, man. Dope. So I am glad you brought this up, Morgan. I want your boys to make me a Neo 2 t-shirt. Oh, okay, yeah. Just go on the website. And then whenever you get a chance, whenever you're ready, just go to the website, leave it in the chat. They will reply to you. You can talk with them, and they'll get you settled. It said, where can I get the best Philly cheesesteak in Philadelphia? That's a damn good question. Any place but Geno's cheesesteak. Everybody keep telling people to go to Geno's. Geno's is ass, and Pat's is okay, but you can go to any truck that's in Center City or whatever like that to get a good Philadelphia cheesesteak. It's quite rare to see such enthusiasm for an independent project. Man, dude, because I'm serious about this, man. Like this, I dreamed of this. I've always dreamed of doing something like this. Yeah, the direct was solid. So yeah, we're going to go look through this real quick. We'll talk more about Venus Orion comics later. But we want to just get into this real quick. As I said before, guys, let me know if you can hear the sound as well. And this is something else that let's get to the expedition 33. I want to talk to you guys about that passion. So yeah, when I saw this logo, when I saw I know like it's so familiar. I knew it was Team Ninja. I thought it was going to be Dead or Alive, but then I thought about it and no, it has to be Ninja Gaiden. It has to be Ninja Gaiden. It has to be. So I was like, okay, cool. As I said before, like Ninja Gaiden games are hard, and I'm not really into those type of games. So
こんにちは。声テクモゲームスチーム忍者の安田文彦です。今日は皆様にチーム忍者が長く大切にしてきたアクションシリーズの新情報を発表できる機会をいただけてとても嬉しく思います。早速ですが、こちらをご覧ください。
Like I said, let me know if you guys actually can hear this. I just want to make sure that I missed Ninja Gaiden. But
several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of divine dragon gods,
yeah, I can agree with that.
Across the world.
So, yeah, I can definitely
ultimately thwarted.
Yeah, I said, man, it's so futuristic. I said, we going to the future, but like I said, I don't really play. I never really played. Only played a little bit of the first game and never went forward. I was getting my ass beat in that game. It was frustrating to me, so I just never bothered it or whatever.
The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
We got introduced a new character.
Infiltrated the facility.
Raven. He's from the Raven clan or whatever, going against the Hayabusa clan. So we have a new young face. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. How is it going to play out? Will this be like a linear story that constantly switches between Raven and Hayabusa and Ryu? Or is it where you can select which story you want to play? You get if you understand what I'm saying. Kind of like how Time Adventure is or other type of games where you select your character and their stories intersect with one another. So I wonder if that's how it works or if you a linear story and just game constantly. So yeah, I would like to see how they would work out, how they would work. And the fact is that the game. I mean, this kind of was already a solid game, but you know, what I play and my brother Strike, and it's already a solid game without that the game going forward. Then you got solid developers into working on these titles, or then you got Platinum Games on board. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy, guys. Said,
whatever your clan is plotting, it ends here.
Yeah. Like I would say because Dead or Alive had craziness, crazy. Like Dead or Alive is always
fuck off. I have
many different genres.
I will execute my mission.
Levels all over the place. So moving, how are you?
世界中の町人の皆さん、10年以上大変お待たせしました。最強の忍者となり、容赦なく襲い来る敵に挑むハイスピードアクション、忍者ガイデンのナンバリング最新作として、忍者ガイデン4を発表させていただきました。本作はプラチナゲームズさんとの協業で開発を進めています。プラチナゲームズさんのアクションゲームというジャンルにおける実績は言うまでもなく、ベヨネッタやニアオートマタなど素晴らしいアクションタイトルを目指してこられました。忍者ガイデン4というタイトルを10年以上の時を超えて新たに皆様にお届けするにあたり、より多くの方に新鮮な気持ちでプレイしていただけるよう、新たな世界を新主人公であるもう一人の町人、ヤクモで冒険するという形で制作することにしました。先ほどご覧いただいた映像の中で、リュウハヤブサも登場しておりましたが、彼は今回も物語に密接に関わってきます。なぜヤクモと戦うことになったのか、リュウハヤブサが戦う目的は何なのか、本作の物語の中で展開していきます。
任務は必ず成し遂げる。邪魔をするな。
How about now? Sorry, guys. Can you guys hear me? Okay, I got you. We're gotta break him off something.
この雨はがまだ生きている証であり
Can barely hear you, man. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
東京に安寧は訪れません
Here, I need the remaster. Can't. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Also, the movie louder than you. Yeah, I got you guys. Probably caught up with the chat. But yeah, so that's what I'm excited about. You know, is loud. We can't hear. Can you there you go. Cool. All right, got you. Much better. Yeah. So to see them work on this game and see that this game's come back, that's something to be happy about, especially for the fans who wanted this. So by the way, again, it said so by the way, again, congrats on Kickstarter goal. Let's get it higher. Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, so this is like radical right here. This is like crazy. So like seeing this to me, I'm like I said, I don't know much about Ninja Gaiden, but seeing that it's futuristic and then you got demons and shit, and then niggas is grinding on wet rails and shit. Like this is crazy over the top, all over the place. But that's why you guys love it too. The gameplay is when I say testosterone, the game, this game is just pumped with testosterone. You know what I'm saying? Like that testosterone fueled game. So yeah, man, this is dope, man. I'm looking forward to see what fans think of it, especially as we start to see more gameplay and see how all this ties in and everything. And like I said, I don't know much about the story and stuff. And he said I also watched the people playing Ninja Gaiden Black 2. Something is weird about that game because I played too much of Ninja Gaiden 2 Stigma. Ninja Gaiden will probably run the best on PS5 Pro, most likely, no doubt. But yeah, they really upped the ante with Ninja Gaiden. What is it, Ninja Gaiden Black? I was like, holy shit! I said they literally put out a remake on y'all and shit, like on the fans. And then they shadow dropped it. Said, yeah, you can get it now. I was like, god damn. So yeah, I was like, holy crap. That's a remake. It's not a remaster, guys. Like I said, a remaster is just a facelift. You know what I'm saying? You're just upping the resolution, upping the audio quality. You keep everything else intact. No, this is on an entirely new engine, Unreal Engine 5. This is a fucking remake. And I don't know why these developers are like conflating remake and remasters, and they picking and choosing what they call a remaster and a remake. This is literally a remake. This is crazy. Fucking crazy, guys. I'm happy for the fans. So now we're gonna move on to the next project, the next presentation. Now, some of you guys may not agree with me, but to be honest with you guys, South of Midnight, this, even though this is not my kind of game, the game is not bad. It's not awesome. It's not amazing. But the game is not bad.
Hi, and welcome to Compulsion Games here in Montreal, Canada.
And also,
at our studio, we care about world building.
Even the character, the female character, regardless of how you feel about this, the cultural wokeness and all that type of stuff, the game, the design, the artistic choice they decided to go with it has a unique aesthetic to it. And I like how she looked in this image. I like how she looked in this image. I like how they did her in this image and everything. But I always ask for unique games. And just because a game is unique doesn't mean the game is always going to nail it or get it or knock it out of the park or be a good game. But South of Midnight, because of its unique art style, this will be a game that's going to be stored in my memory bank. Even though I won't play this game, I will always remember this game because this is what I'm looking for and what I'm asking about when it comes to games. Let's go back to unique art styles and aesthetics and stuff like that. And as I said before, I judged it from the very beginning and whatever like that. But now looking at the game, even though it's not my cup of tea, it looks okay. But I can see people wanting to play this game. And I love the design choices as far as the art style, the environments and stuff like that. And this is a story about a chick that's looking for her mom, a Dora looking for her mother.
South of Midnight, our third-person action adventure game. The story and characters bring a folkloric Deep South to life.
But what I'm hearing is that was false, or that is more. He really wasn't initially white, and they were also saying that was it the actress, the original actress, or the original person they got for this game had quit because they were saying that she wasn't black enough because of her dialect and stuff, like she didn't sound black enough or something like that, so she left, or they fired her or something like that. It was controversy, but from what I'm hearing about her originally being white, now I'm hearing that that's not true.
Don't mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you
do any of you guys have Ninja Gaiden Master Collection? I think my brother D Strike does.
Right now.
So yeah, I love the art style, and like I said, it's the art style. This is why the characters look this way, because this is the art style they want to go for. You don't have to like the art style, but this is the art style for this game. But as I said before, the game is not that bad. It's okay.
Hazel may start her journey as a typical
because Sweet Baby Ink gamers do not touch anything you touch.
Disastrous
Oh yeah. Anything Sweet Baby Ink touch, regardless of how the game may end up being, it's going to get affected by it. Here's the voice actress. This is the voice actress she's gorgeous.
Hazel may start her journey as a typical 19-year-old, but
so
disastrous events will
I watched it and I said it's not that bad. It's not that bad. We'll say although I'm not fond of stop motion games, especially action games, but yeah, you can turn it off. You don't have to have the stop motion on. You can turn it off. As well. South of Midnight has excellent art style and art direction, but it looks mad boring gameplay wise. I'm good. Yeah. A lot of people say it looks boring, and that's why I say it looks okay, but it's not something I will play. You know what I'm saying? But this is like a game that would have came out. Like, look at this. This is like a game that would have came out during like the PS2 or maybe 360 era, the Xbox 360 era. It looked like one of those type of games that would have came out during that era.
Through her newfound power,
they said they're trying to make South of Midnight racial to cause the game to fail on purpose. Don't fall for their tricks. Yeah, this is the thing. And another thing I want to talk about too. These activists that's in these studios that infiltrate these studios, the DEI, the ESG, and all this other type of stuff that's in these studios. The problem another reason why that even if these games happen to be woke, more people will be receptive of it to try the game if you don't have developers and more specifically game journalists coming in and taking these games that's in development, and instead of talking about how amazing the game is or allowing the game to speak for itself or why you should buy this game, instead most of the narrative is about diversity. Most of the narrative, they turn into a racial thing, or they turn into a thing about gender, women, and sexuality. They do all kinds of these buzzwords around it. And the journalist amplifies it. They amplify it with all these articles and stuff like that. That has nothing to do with the game. It's nothing to do with the game, but they put up this rage bait headlines that gets people within our space triggered by it. We comment on it, and then they end up talking down to us. And then the game developers jump in, start talking down to us, and they destroy their game. So if anything, people would have given it a try, at least given it a try, if they just allowed the game to speak for itself. Instead, they don't know how to shut the fuck up. Yeah, I got Kina. Still haven't opened it yet. So the whitest, Frenchiest Canadian dev making a game about American South. I don't have much confidence. These guys are so white. They live in Santa's house. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the same thing can be said about Sucker Punch when they did Ghost of Tsushima, but they knocked it out of the park. Now I'm not confident about this company, but it got I'm out. Yeah, she got the nose ring and stuff like that, but she's not a bad looking woman. I'm not a nose ring guys at all. But she's not really a bad looking woman or whatever like that.
Revealing that creatures from the old folktales.
But the nose ring, tells you a lot. But yeah, the stop motion you can turn it off.
The storyteller who becomes
and play without it and stuff like that. I'm not a fan of the stop motion make it unique or whatever like that. Kind of like you watching them like one of those stop motion movies. But gameplay wise, no thanks.
That you will need to learn and adapt to.
And when you talk, and the way the developers are talking about the game, you know what I'm saying? They're not putting emphasis on anything else and stuff like that. They want you to know, what's in store for the game and stuff. For those who are interested in wanting to get it. But yes, this is the South Midnight game, and stuff. We're gonna move on to the next game, which I want to talk about. I really want to talk about this next game, because this game, the reason I want to talk about this is because it's the opening of this presentation. I agree with that. I can agree with that. This is an attractive black one. The game doesn't sound fully just. Remove the nose ring also. Yeah, now I like this right here. You have to understand, by going independent or whatever, the creative director and the co-founder, what I liked about it is that this guy right here had a dream. He had a vision, guys. He had a vision. He was a big fan of JRPGs. And look at that. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. I can't wait to try this game, man. I want to sink my teeth into some turn-based. I mean, this is like a alternate, fantasy type, fantasy version of France and stuff like that. I don't really know much about the French or France and stuff like that, so this is gonna be different. But the beautiful art style, and you can hear the passion in this. But this man had a dream, man. This man had a dream, and he set himself out to do it. This is the shit right here that inspired even myself to want to go out and do something for myself and create my own thing. He's a fan of JRPGs, and he wanted to create his own because he was inspired by his favorite games and stuff. And he's a big fan of turn-based, which I really appreciate that. Yes, turn-based is not as prominent, but it still exists. It's still around, but it's not as prominent as it used to be, since now action RPGs have taken over. But this is a game that I'm definitely I'm looking forward to and really want to play. Look at that, man. This is, and they even like showing off. Like, they even putting to shame some of these Japanese developers in their JRPGs with this. This is crazy.
First, I turned to a programmer.
I love the art style. Look at this man right here.
You and I started trading ideas right away.
His homie came to him. His homie came to him and said, "Listen, I have a vision. I have a dream." And that's the thing about being a leader. And this is the thing about going independent. You have to make your dream believable, that other people can resonate with it and want to follow you. This man went to him, the technical guy. And this dude literally said, "Yo," he told me about the idea. I loved it. I quit my fucking job. I quit my fucking job and went straight to work on this shit. Because he heard the vision, he seen the vision, and he wanted to follow it and believe it. He wanted to follow it and believe it.
The first prototypes of the real,
and now he's working. This is like a dream job. This is like a dream job to him. That he can actually work on a game of his own. You know what I'm saying?
Challenging and fun.
Aston and I went back and forth and iterated on
the only thing that looked good to me, it was Ninja Gaiden and Doom. I'm definitely tired of action RPGs ruining. And it says,
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers. And when
and this dude, he said production director, co-founder. Yeah, like this dude right here. Yeah, it was him that said he quit his job. I don't got my headphones on, that's why I can't hear it. But yeah, like this dude believed in it. Everybody believed in it. Everybody believed in his vision. And now everybody's coming together to create this game, man. And you can see the love, the passion. Look at the motion capture. Look at the visual. It has a unique art. It has a unique art style of its own that's in it as well, man. This looks really, really good, and I can't wait to see what this game has to offer. Look at that, man. When I saw like fantasy, this is fantasy, bro. Expedition 33 is the sort of game we should support and champion. Real passion projects. Yeah. I'm going to give the game a try. And see, the thing is, when you see Expedition 33, you see the number 33. That's something that sits out to me. That 33, I'll remember that. And I love the concept when they break down the story. I was like, holy shit. So they bring her on board. She's the story writer. She does the story writing. They bring her on board for this project. And then she breaks down the story. And the story is really, really interesting. So now what happens is that out of nowhere, this fucking thing shows up out of nowhere, right? So people can see it from where they're standing at. And it has a number 34 on it. And there's this bitch right here. She's a painter. And every time she paints the number, it counts down. Now it's at 33. So anybody who's the age 33, they get a Thanos snap from the universe. They just gone.
Everyone dies.
So you know what that means. So every time that this bitch show up and put a new number up that goes down, it gets lower and lower, which means people are dying younger and younger. I like that idea. I love that plot thread because I now want to see like, yo, they gotta stop this shit. And then it also makes me question, how old is the main protagonist? Is he 33 years old? But like, how old is the protagonist, or is he a little bit older, or whatever like that? How does this like? It's crazy. So now everybody got to fight. Everybody got to fight to try to stop this bitch from counting down these numbers.
Human, I knew early
They
on
didn't
that
treat
we
me
could
too.
evolve
I'm
based
good
versus
on this one,
evil.
as I don't mess around with
What's
turn-based
interesting to us are
RPGs.
people
This is
who
an early
yes,
build. It's an
flawed,
Unreal
but who care
making it
deeply about
happen.
each other.
The term
And
JRPG
conflicts
can be
arise
confused at
because
times.
they
The
have
devs
different
are French, but
perspectives
it's
on what
turn-based
needs to be
like
done.
traditional RPGs.
I'm sorry about it.
It's yeah, but they say they're more so inspired by some of their favorite like JRPGs. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Look steampunkish. So I'm ready to cry like a little baby. Look at this, man.
He's missing something that everyone else just gets.
The heart of the story is about overcoming an existential threat.
The only thing is the cast is a little bit short on male protagonists. He's the only male. He's the only male protagonist. The rest are female protagonists. That's by his side.
What are we gonna do? Huh?
But they got Charlie Cox, the guy who plays Daredevil from the Netflix series. He voices the main character. But it's a lot of voice actors, famous voice actors, that's doing the voices to these characters.
What are we gonna do?
In a world like this, how does one stay
But
hopeful
I'm
or
really
make peace with
looking
their fate?
forward to this game.
What duty do we owe to each other or to ourselves? These questions are deeply
The
personal to
like I
me,
said, like
and
the
they permeate
artwork, the
story
design.
behind the story.
I can't wait to actually see what this game is all about.
Tomorrow comes. Expedition 33.
Yeah, Charlie Cox in his harem, pretty much.
Characters all have their own motivations and perspectives.
I was about to say the same thing, Chase. This shit does look expensive. Expensive as fuck. This game looks expensive. I'm going to be honest with you. This game looks expensive. So, Mugen Lord, you prefer more male protagonists in the game? No. I like 2 more protagonists. I will 2 more male protagonists to even even if it's one female extra, that's fine. But I will let them have one more extra male protagonist, or even 2 more, or whatever like that.
Who cares more about really living her life, not just living longer.
Gustav, are you real?
She's probably like a daughter figure because she's the youngest, so she don't have to worry about death much, which is another interesting thing. But yeah, this game looks expensive as shit. This game truly does, and it came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere.
He can turn into the enemies he defeats.
What are you doing?
Foot. Aha!
And yeah, so you can be able to, you have this monster join your party, you can shape shift the other monsters that you fight in combat, depending on like the parts that you get and stuff, which is pretty cool. Look at that. Look at that artwork. Look at the water and shit. Like, god damn. I'm getting this on Xbox. This looks like an Xbox game. I'm definitely getting this on Xbox. But no, here's something that really got me, guys. And then they talk about the combat. The characters are very customizable. You can customize your play styles to suit how you want to play for each character, which is pretty dope.
You can negate all damage by
you can parry. It's very interactive. This is an interactive turn-based. We got time buttons when they attack, and time the button to parry. I love those interactive turn-based games too. Those are pretty. I love those. Those are really challenging too, and everything.
Some of us are still traumatized by enemies from
so I'll be fine.
We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot
of
iteration,
with a
we
harem.
ultimately came up
It's
with
like
a
night.
formula
It
that
looks
we're
interesting,
proud
yet
of.
I'm skeptical.
Players who are good at real-time
Yeah, I
always
definitely understand that. Persona
always
inspired stuff.
balance with items
PS5
and
Pro for me
strategies.
for this game looks
A big
incredible.
part of
Yeah,
the
look at the
formula is
customization and
the
all the
ways
skills you can get.
customize
Reminds me of
your
Lost.
character.
Yes, I said that to my brothers. Lost Odyssey. Can you imagine if they make a new Lost Odyssey and it looks just like this? Like how fluid it looks. Oh my god, yes, it reminds me of Lost Odyssey. Yes, I said that.
So that everyone can have fun with how they play the game.
Exactly.
Each character has a unique mechanic. Mail switches
Look at
between
that, man.
stances, which
Beautiful,
can
man. This
ultimately
game looks
boost
beautiful.
defense or power. I personally like to make Mal the protector of the group, but I'm pretty much the only one at the studio who plays her that way. Most people play her as.
So but yeah, man, this gameplay is this gameplay really got me super excited. But yes, man, this man had a vision, this man had a dream, and he wanted to pursue it, man. That's why it should be. It's no excuse, man. You have to go out there and you have to go out there and chase your dreams, man. And your dreams most of the time or some of the time doesn't cost money. There's a lot of tools out there. There's a lot of tools out there that's free that allows you to build your own test build of something. See, the thing is, if you want to actually develop something, go get some free tools. Learn it. Teach yourself. That's the thing. There's no excuse. You can actually teach yourself. You don't need to go to college. We live in the social media era. We live in the internet era to where you can teach yourself a lot of things. I covered the indie game called Icode. One chick worked on that game, and she got one music composer. But one chick designed the characters, the gameplay, the world, and everything. If one chick can do it, there's no excuse why you can't chase your dreams and develop your own games or whatever your dreams, your own music or whatever. There's no excuse. There's no excuse why you can't do it. But working hard, it requires hard work. And us as human beings, we do not like hard work because there's a lot of suffering that's involved with it. There's a lot of struggle. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot that goes involved with it. And that's what scares you. And you're afraid of failure. And a lot of us want instant gratification. And if we don't get that instant gratification, we just quit because we just assume that it doesn't work. No, things don't happen instantly. But society ruined it. The internet and social media ruined the whole thing. And now it makes us as human beings want to be instantly satisfied. And if we don't get that instant dopamine hit from accomplishing something, we quit. You can't do that. This shit is hard work. It really is. It's hard work, and you cannot get discouraged. It's gonna have its ups, downs, its highs, its lows, and all kinds of stuff. But you gotta work towards something that you want to do. And also, sometimes you can get a team find some friends who has the same desire as you, who's hungry just like you, and y'all get together and come up with something and put your egos aside and work together to come up with stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no excuse for it. Just make sure you have the money first. Yeah, but like I said, there's engines out there. Because now this is the thing. What you can do is once you use the free software, like you can use a free engine or whatever like that, build your game, build a prototype. Because the thing is, people want to see your vision. You build your vision with a free engine to build what you're trying to do. People need to see the vision. You can't just tell people what your visions are. Look at me with Venus Orion Comics. I had to show you. I couldn't tell you what Venus Orion Comics is and then expect you to pre-order BK and back the campaign. I couldn't just do that. I had to spend 5 years of building shit. Enough shit to show you my dream, to show you my vision, to make you see it and say, you know what? This is something I see potential in this. I want to back this. You got to do the same thing too. There's free engines out there. Build a prototype. Build it to the point to where it's workable and people have an idea. People have an idea what you're going for. Then you shop it around to other people who may want to be a part of your team. Show it to them. Or whatever. Show it to them. Once you show it to them, now you crowdfund it. Crowdfund it. Now you have something working. Make a video and say, yo, this is a dream. This is a vision that we're trying to do. Crowdfund it. Not everybody has the capital to just build a game studio or to make a game. So yes, you're right. Shit costs money, and make sure you have money. But you don't have to. You can easily bypass that by using the free engine, build a prototype, and then crowdfund it. But your vision has to be clear, and you have to be passionate about it. Is this? And some of us are just blessed with chaos control. Yeah, show me, not tell me. I can agree with that. I'm looking forward to the first issue cover D. Thanks, man. So I agree with you, Mugen Lord. So yes, the last game in this presentation is the alpha male himself, Doom guy. The Doom. The new Doom game that's come out, the prequel to Doom 2016, and everything. Yeah, man. My brother's new Super. I have Doom Eternal and I have Doom 2016. I haven't beat either of them. That's another thing that's in my backlog too. But I know you got it's almost like open world. Like this, like the first like Doom game is really open environment and stuff like that. So this is like when I say Doom guy is like he's the definition of testosterone. This is testosterone in the game. Pretty much what Doom is. You know what I'm saying? So I know people are excited for this. I can't wait to see how this is all going to play out. I know this game's going to do really, really well. I know it's going to fly off the shelf. People are going to buy the shit out of this fucking game. But yeah, man, this game looks really, really interesting, man. It really does.
You'll be an iron tank.
Doom guys are so badass. If they made a new Doom movie based on these games, they got to get John Berthal. John Berthal would be a good Doom guy because of how he was in Punisher. Just mad and angry.
Just like in the classic Doom.
I think John Berthal
it's not all about nostalgia.
Will be a perfect Doom guy.
Is the goal always. And so for Doom
I'm all for John Berthal for Doom guy.
New world with new tools and new mechanics to master. Let me introduce you to the shield.
Metal as hell. Doom guy is metal guy.
Throw. Parry. Deflect.
Still ain't eat my dinner yet.
All from one input. It's contextual. Tons of depth on a single button press. You know, we want every Doom game to stay
badass. Look at him. Fucking badass.
So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom the Dark Ages, you're going to stand and fight.
And that shield itself and a whole new layer of gameplay. I've seen pro players play Doom because you know there's a Doom scene for speed running and all kinds of stuff. And these dudes are fucking fiends. So I can't wait to see how this is going to work. Now we have an open environment for Doom. That's never been done before on this scale. And I'm also curious to see how the shield play is going to work in those competitive Doom circuits and stuff like that with the speed running and challenges and stuff like that. I can't wait to see how that's going to play out.
Melee options that are part of a melee system, all on one input, complete with combos and upgrades, and it's totally awesome. And you can finish off the demons now with an all-new, unsynced,
at launch.
completely in the player's control.
2016 was better. Absolutely fucking excellent game. On both entire runs out of the board.
Feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable.
Yeah. So what? I'm asking you. I'm gonna ask you, Karen. What made 2016 better? Eternal. I'm just curious. I don't know. I have both games, but I haven't really sat down and played them through.
That's right, we've saved the best for last. Doom has
look at them graphics too, man.
All about the guns, and Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that.
Who would have thought that Doom was going to make a big comeback like this? Like Doom is like one of the most like iconic. I mean, I love Doom growing up, but now it's like iconic now. You know, more mainstream now, and. It took the gaming industry by storm. Who would have thought that?
The mission statement for the design of these never before seen, insanely fun to use tools of mayhem.
Eternal obliterates 2016. It's hard for me to go back to classic Doom though. 1+2 easy.
And see how these medieval mechanics synergize with.
Yeah, I had the original Doom. I had it on Super Nintendo. I had it on the Atari Jaguar, and then I had it on PS1 with the link cable. So me and my brothers used to play together. And Game Boy Advance, I believe I had on Game. Yeah, it was on Game Boy Advance too. Yeah. Oh fuck. Oh cool. No, I'm good. I played the old Doom on PS1. I need to hop on that ride again. Yeah, man. Doom is just an awesome game altogether. Well, yeah, that was pretty much the presentation that they have shown off, essentially. And this wasn't a bad presentation at all. Too bad none of these are like Xbox games, like Xbox exclusives. then they really owned it. You know what I'm saying? But this is good. This is what I made a video about. I said for Xbox to really nail it in with Japanese developers, they need to highlight more Japanese games on these developers direct, and they're actually doing it. They did it with Visions of Mana, and then they did it with Ninja Gaiden. Now we just need a direct that has more Japanese games. I think this is the only way they will be able to sell it to Xbox players, and sell it to the audience and say, hey, yo, this is the console to play these Japanese games on. You know what I'm saying? So I talked about that in a recent video, and it's like they're really doubling down on that. So I'm proud of Xbox, what they're doing with that. I really am. So yes, so we're gonna get to the next topic, which we're gonna talk about, which is Alanah Pearce. We're definitely gonna talk about Alanah Pearce, because she's been the topic of discussion this week or whatever. I thought she was going for good, but she seemed to pop back up again. And she seemed to keep putting her foot in her mouth. And she's the type of woman who can't be trusted. You can't trust her for her word. She lies about shit. She's dishonest. And we definitely going to talk about it. We're gonna go through it and shit like that. I gotta find the post so we can actually get into it or whatever, where people's talking about it. Alanah Pearce. And you know what's so sad about this? All right, I guess we can go to Smash JT, because he also featured me. He also featured me in his video or whatever that. So we'll actually watch his video. You can check his video out. I'll post his video in the link in the description. So we'll do that. We'll do that first. So and then we'll go over everything. We'll pause it, talk about it. When it comes to this. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna all right, so let's see. All right, so this chick,
throughout the years,
this is the thing that disappoints me about Alanah Pearce or whatever, because when it comes to IGN, man, a long time ago, before gaming journalism became a big fucking joke or whatever. Wait, hold up. Let me make sure. You said, in my personal opinion, okay. I want to make sure. Yes, pathological liar, definitely. So yeah, so the thing is, what disappointed me is, growing up, man, IGN, GameSpot, a lot of these game journal outlets was like the go-to place as a gamer. G4 TV and all the type of stuff growing up, you know, from a teenager, you know, and into a young adult, you know, going through college, you know, watching these videos. And the thing I could say about what I liked about Alanah, a long time ago, you had 3 different hosts, female, from what I can remember from the time. You had 3 different hosts that was pretty much eye candy. Like remember, like I said, when it comes to the gaming community, gaming is more of a male-dominated space. So what better way to get guys to watch and look at games, or to get gaming news? You put a beautiful, or you put an attractive woman, you know, as the face and personality to present this stuff, and that get more people and more viewers and stuff. And the gaming industry knew what it was, and it doubled down on it. So when it came to IGN, there were 3 hosts that I felt that I really liked a lot. Jessica Chobot, which is the queen of the female IGN host. And like I said, as a teenager, man, I was in love. With Jessica Chobot. I tuned in to IGN just to hear what she had to say and talk about games and news and shit like that, just to look at her and stuff like that. Nice, she was nice on the eyes, or like that, as a young teen, as a teenager and stuff like that. So Jessica Chobot will always be number 1. And then after that, you had Naomi Kyle, very cute girl of like that. I also like the Naomi Kyle as well. She had that girl next door, cute vibe to her or whatever, and very welcoming type presence to her or what like that, which made you watch her and stuff. Is she like a gamer? That's debatable. I don't really think she was. Same thing with Jessica Joe-Bot. I don't think she was, but that's not the point when you're being a host and a personality. Being a personality, you don't have to know how to play video games and stuff like that. You're there to be a personality because your personality is what draws people to the content and the products and stuff like that. So I've never held that against any of the female hosts or whatever like that because their job is to be a personality. It's a plus if they knew how to play games and know so much about games. And that's what set Alanah apart from Naomi Kyle and Jessica Chobot. Because when Alanah came in, Alanah, she's also nice in the eyes. Every once in a while, her, sometimes her hair's all over the place and stuff. But what I liked about Alanah Pearce, compared to the other two, Naomi and Jessica Chobot, she was a gamer. And that's attractive to me, since I'm a gamer. And not only that she's an attractive female, she also partakes in video games. She knows what she's talking about, the games that she plays. And that's what I liked about her a long time ago. And like I said, if you look at all three of them, she was the only one, as far as like physical like looks and stuff like that, representation, she was more rough around the edges. The other ones was dainty, dialed up, but Alanah, sometimes she would wear like a beanie on her head, sometimes her hair is all over the place, but she was still attractive, but she was a gamer. It seems like that always seems to be a tagline when you got a girl that really plays games. She's like, sometimes you have a chick that's super attractive, but most girls who are hardcore are average or sometimes below average, but what I love about them, they're good at games. That's all that matters. They're very fucking good at games. But Alanah Pearce was that chick. She cosplayed, she played games, she seemed very knowledgeable about the games that she played and stuff, and that's what I liked about her. And pretty much, 1 second, before we continue on, I just want to make sure. Let's see. I don't know what's going on with This is all new to me. We'll get to it in a second. Expectations. The thing I liked about Alanah was her looks. But yeah, I liked her more than her looks because she actually played fucking games. That's why I tuned into her and stuff like that. That's why when she left, this chick never beat Bomberman 64 in the shows. Remember, sex sells. Yup, ugly repels. I never got the obsession with Alanah. I thought she had cool hair, but that was it. Said no one will be Olivia Munn. Yeah, I liked it. I like the Olivia Munn too. I literally never heard of these goals. Damn, Mugen, just say you like snow bunnies. I like all kinds of women. I've dated Asian women, black women, white women, but I guess you could say I do like snow bunnies. Like my baby mom, she's Macedonian. It's like she was a snow bunny. So most of my chicks were snow bunnies. Not because I proactively went after snow bunnies. Snow bunnies was coming after me. So I would just say that. A lot of frauds have infiltrated the scene. Yup. It said simp let her slide for too long. Yeah, so we won't get into that. Olivia was good. Yeah. So yeah, so when it came to her, I was like, man. So once she left IGN, I left. Like because what's the motherfucker with the glasses? What's that motherfucker? When I was already devastated when what's his name? Colin. When Colin left, I felt when Colin left, I was like, I don't know, I can do this no more. When Colin already left. And then when what's the other one? I can't stand him. The one with the glasses. I can't remember his fucking name. He's fucking annoying. But yeah, when they left, I was like, I don't know. I don't think I can stick around. But when Naomi left, and then when Alanah came in, I stayed a bit more. But once Alanah left, I said, I can't stay here anymore. Now you got all these weirdos and diversity hires that's now working IGN now. You know what I'm saying? Most of the flavor, most of the personality that was IGN left. And so did the audience left. So when she left, when Alanah left, I left. And and when she came out with a channel, I subscribed to Alanah. And I didn't watch her content faithfully, but I would tune in every time I had a chance. I would try to tune in to her content. She would do reviews and stuff like that, gave her opinions on things and stuff. So I followed her. The thing that turned me off, and when I started feeling skeptical about her, was because I don't know, it was a video. Somebody said that, yo, she's in Gears of War. I think she was in Gears of War 5. or something like that. She did voice work. I said she in Gears of War 5. I was like, how's she getting that? I think it was Gears of War 5, if I can remember. I know she was in the Gears of War game, if I can remember. So then, after that, Cyberpunk was the thing that really triggered me, was because when she did her Cyberpunk video, she had got all this merchandise. She had this big box. She had the jacket. She had all this merchandise and everything. She was supporting the game. She was promoting the game, trying to get people to buy the game and everything like that, right? So, yeah, Greg Miller, that's what it was, yeah. So what happened was, she did all that, and I was like, man, like I said, what is she doing? Like, how is she getting all this? Because she like she had the connection. She was getting a lot of shit from developers, and I noticed in like all the people I follow don't get those type of plugs like that. Every once in a while, they'll get a handout, but this chick was just getting handouts at the handouts at the handouts. Now I started feeling skeptical. And then when she did that, then when CD Projekt Red came released Cyberpunk, and then I found out that Alanah was also in Cyberpunk, then I started rubbing my chin. And then when the game came out, it was a buggy mess. It had shit reviews and everything. So now I'm waiting for Alanah to give her review of the game. Right? And I waited and waited for her to do a review, because she reviewed games and she did not review that game. And now I started scratching my head and I was like, yo, this chick was bought out, or this chick is a shill, because she had got all that merchandise and everything, told everybody to buy the game, and then the game bombs, and she normally does her reviews faithfully, but this one particular game that she had got all that merch from, all that inside knowledge from, all that inside connections from, and then she was in the game itself, and now she wouldn't review it. Yeah, that's what is it. It said, yo, you talking about? Yeah, we talking about Alanah. Well, yeah, you came in just in time. Yeah, Young Ye was the same way. And I was a faithful, I don't even watch Young Ye no more. I was a faithful watcher. I watched Young Ye faithfully. He was my favorite YouTuber. He called shit out for what it was and everything. And it was like a breath, a fresh air at that time when his content came out. And I was an avid follower of him. And he even, that even hurted me when he did that as well, because remember, he had got the inside backstage VIP to see Cyberpunk, and I watched that video when he came out excited. He met Mike Pondsmith, the creator, the father of Cyberpunk, series and stuff like that, the tabletop game. And this dude, and like I said, he seemed like a trustworthy source, because this dude never failed. He never let down. And I believed him. He said, man, I've never seen anything like it before, yada, yada, yada. And everybody's excited because of that. And then when the game came out, he was able to put a review out. He put the fucking review out, gave it glaring praise and everything. Then once the public was able to get the game and review it, and the trash reviews came out, the bugs came out about the bugs, people discovered the bugs, and none of that was mentioned in Young Ye's review. And that's what really hurt me. Cause I'm like, damn, you too, Young, you too. So not only Alanah, also Young Ye, and he had so much blowback for that shit, and I lost so much respect for him. And because of that, I stopped watching him. And here we are with Alanah. So yeah, so let me see these comments, man. Game journalism has fallen far. This is the main reason why Gamergate happened in the first place, because of this. Mugen peeped this years ago. Yeah, I peeped it a long time ago. That's why I pulled away from Alanah and her content. Yeah, said those women look old to me. Alanah said from the jump she wasn't going to review the game, though she got so much murk. I thought she just didn't want to say anything because how bugged it was. And then mad people are compromised. Now anything for access. Is that suits came and just watered down. Mad people we thought had love for games. Come to find out they care about themselves and money. Yeah, it's money, man. Look, Young was a different story. Every YouTuber lied about Cyberpunk. I stopped watching Maddie and Young and everyone because of lies. Yeah. So, and the thing is, I don't know about the other gamers. I think also was it Dreamcast guy that did that shit too? If I can remember, I can't remember. Yeah, Young Gabe was the only one, and Alanah was the only one that I was watching for and stuff when it came to content like that and reviews and stuff. So yeah, when that happened, I stopped fucking with Young after that. And yeah, and let me tell you something. As a content creator, I understand when it comes to getting that bag. I understand that. But then there's a line that needs to be drawn when it comes to getting that bag and then your integrity. And for me, my personal opinion, integrity will always outweigh the bag. Because at the end of the day, if everything come crashing down on you as a content creator or in your life or whatever like that, your audience and your base will always come lift you up because you stayed real to them. You stayed true to them and you held your integrity. You held your morals. You held your ground when it comes to shit like this. So they will always come back to lift you up off your feet, and you can make a comeback. Even if you fall, you can always make a comeback as long as you stay as a person with integrity. You can always make a comeback. But a person that's only out for the bag and willing to sabotage or set people up or throw people under the bus, throw their audience under the bus, they can never recover from that ever again. There's no recovery for them. So I understand. Get that bag. But then, as I said before, there's also need to be a line that is drawn when it comes to certain things, especially when you have an audience that tunes into you, that watch your content and everything, and they trust what you say. They trust what you say. So your words means a lot. If you say a game is shit, they're literally going to like, okay, if he says it's shit, yeah, I'll go check it out myself. But if he does say it's shit and he's a credible person, then I'm going to take his word for it or her word for it. You get what I'm saying? So your word holds a lot of weight to your audience and people and stuff like that. And then when you turn around and you do shit like that, you play your audience, you grift your audience, you shill your audience and stuff like that. That's where the problem comes in. And it's not just Alanah. Even when it comes to this culture war space, man, and what's so fucked up about this is it's not like a lot of people's in this culture war space. It's not about fighting the culture, man. There's a lot of people in there that came into this space and seen money. They seen like, how can I capitalize and how can I get this bag? Because they realize that all you got to do is say that shit is woke, and then people's going to come in and they're going to watch your content. Just say shit is woke and talk about how shit is woke and things like that. And people, it's like flies to shit. You know what I'm saying? And when you talk about woke games and bash woke games, people want to hear that shit. People like to hear that shit, and people come in. And these people realize that shit, that it's easy to trigger the anti-woke side or people who's tired of woke content. They know people are triggered. And you know what also proves that people that proves this? There's an AI that somebody made. And this AI made a YouTube channel. The AI copied with Ademion, copied Nerdrotics, copied all the other anti-woke channels. I gotta find the channel. Somebody has showed it. And the channel used to be very progressive, talked about woke shit and all this other type of stuff and diversity and this, that, and third. So it wasn't getting any views. So what the AI did, the guy programmed the AI, and what he did was the AI, he used the AI voice and everything and copied with Ademion, copied with Nerdrotic and all the other stuff that these anti-woke YouTubers talk about. Didn't study all the thumbnails because almost every culture war YouTuber has the same type of thumbnail layout. You know, they hate you, or they've been woke this and woke that, or this, that, and the other. Took the same concept and put them in their thumbnails, and now that channel is over 100,000 subscribers now, and it gets a shit ton of views because they realize that all you gotta do is talk about how much you hate woke shit, and people fly to it. People flock towards it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the exact same thumbnails. So this what happens. So this what happens. So that AI proved that all you got to do is just be. You don't even have to believe in. You don't even have to be anti-woke. You don't even have to believe anything you say. Just talk about woke, that shit is woke, and then people will tune in. And this is another reason This is another reason why I didn't. When it came to Venus Orion Comics, I talked about it on my Twitter too. We'll get back to Alanah, but I'm trying to bring this all into perspective with you and weave all this together. I know for a fact that my campaign could have been a lot higher if I would have marketed Venus Orion Comics as an anti-woke company. I know for a fact that I'll probably be sitting at $20,000 if I would have just took my narrative and sold this as an anti-woke book or anti-woke comic book company. I guarantee you that people would have came in and swarmed that shit. But I didn't want to do that because that's not me, and that's not what I want my platform to be about. Because you got to understand, it's a dangerous game when you in this culture war space, when you're talking about when you're especially in the anti-woke stuff. Because when it comes to anti-woke, it's a train. It's a train that never stops. Because once you become an anti-woke YouTuber, once you get on that train, you can't get off of it. Because this is what happens. When it comes to Venus Orion Comics, I wanted Venus Orion Comics to be able to prove itself based on its own merits. This is my first comic book. This is the first time I've ever done something like this. This is my first time being a writer. And I want people to be curious about it and see the potential in it by what I presented. I'm a person that love anime. I used to love Western comics like Marvel, DC, and everything. I didn't make this comic book or Venus Orion Comics out of spite to own the chuds, this generation would say, or own the wokies or whatever like that. No, I did this because I love to do this. I love to tell stories because I grew up writing stories of my own when I was a little kid and got into school and stuff and did it for fun and my passion and my dreams. And also my father had left an imprint on me as well, because he's another person with an imagination, a dream, and he liked stories. He loved to draw and things like that. So it was from the passion of my heart and the things I wanted to do that had driven me to come up with Venus Orion Comics in this journey as an independent creator and stuff like that. But I could have sold this as an anti-woke book, and I guarantee you, if I would have did that, more people would have came flooding it in because it's that easy. People, that's what I'm saying. This is why it's so easy to grift this thing, because people come straight and fly over to it. If I would have sold this as an anti-woke book, more people would have came in. Or I could have went the other route. Just have a chick with big ass titties and put her on the cover, and the people would just came in and just started just here, take my money and shit like that. But no, I wanted people to come in based on my own on its own merits. And the reason why I mentioned this about the whole anti-woke and this whole culture war stuff is because the thing is, even with Venus Orion Comics and stuff like that, when you are anti-woke YouTuber, people's only resonating with you and only supports you because you share the same politics and nothing more. It's just your politics. And the thing about this culture war is eventually the pendulum is going to shift the other way. And when the pendulum switch the other way, these culture war channels become irrelevant. Once they become irrelevant, people are going to leave because the culture war is done, or you don't need to talk about it anymore because now you have a variety of games. You have less woke games, or woke games are more contained now. They're not making noise anymore. So now you have a big YouTube channel, and now there's no need. You're useless now. No one needs to come to you anymore because the culture war has settled down, and now everybody's going back to gaming. Now, the thing is, once you get on this anti-woke train, you cannot stop because it brings in a shit ton of views. So anytime you try to do something outside of culture war stuff, you get punished for it. The algorithm will punish you for it because people are not watching it. People's only watching you to talk about why shit is woke all the time and stuff like that. So no one's going to watch your other shit. Of course, you're going to have some trickle down effect from those people that cross that overlaps to watch your other stuff, but it's not a lot. So now you're getting punished for trying new content. So people realize that, yo, you know what? It's not worth it. I'd rather just stick to this. And you got to understand, if you base your whole thing around your whole channel, your whole personality as an anti-woke YouTuber, if you're trying to start a comic book company, or you're trying to do any project outside of YouTube, people are only following you based on your politics. And if people's going to follow you based on your politics, the moment you slither away just a little bit, even if you're trying to be objective about something, people's going to see you as a sellout because you decide to say, hey, wait a minute, this, or you have a different, or a Millie Mack's case. In Millie Mack's case of what happened with her, with the whole Goonergate situation. You see how everybody turned on her and everybody flipped on her because of her opinion, which I didn't agree with her opinion either. But you see how fast she started losing subscribers because it was all about the politics. Your politics, the people only subscribed, only gave a shit about you because of your politics and not, your content and not really who you are as a person. It's just your politics. And the moment you fall outside of that team, the moment you fall outside just a tad little bit, just like how the wokies treat you, the anti-woke treats you the same way as well. And that's a dangerous. And what makes it, and the reason why, another reason why you end up staying on that train is when you start making money to the point where it's paying your bills, it's feeding your family, and it's doing a lot of things. So now what happens is, since you're making money off of it, you have to maintain that money, which means you have to constantly keep putting a lot of content out in order to still keep that same type of income that you get every month. So what does that mean? That also means that you have to rage bait a bit. When content go dry, you have to make up content to get the drum up drama and controversy in order to bring those views in so you can maintain that money and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then, as I said before, to these people in this space, to some of these people in this space, and fighting back the culture, it's all about the money. Because then what happens is when these people become big YouTubers within the anti-woke side, when they become big YouTubers, you start getting access to other anti-woke YouTubers who are mega popular, mega big in the space, really big in the space. So it becomes a cabal. It becomes a cabal of anti-woke YouTubers. They're all part of the same clique. They're all part of the same space. They all look out for each other and everything like that. So what does this mean? So what does this mean? Well, this means that when you have a clique like this, right, and each individual within this clique has a cult or have a following of worshipers that worship them and share the same political beliefs. So these people are diehard fans of these people, and they also diehard in their political views. So then what happens is people within this cabal or within this space, the moment they start becoming hypocrites, the moment they start becoming hypocrites, or the moment the masks start to slip off, guess what ends up happening? The people who is known for calling people out, they end up being silent. Why are they being silent? They end up looking the other way when these people within this space start doing the same exact thing they condemn the wokies for doing. They end up turning their heads the other way and turn blind to it, like they don't see it and shit like that. And you know why they do that? They do that because they don't call them out. Because if they call them out, that means they lose access. That means they burnt the bridge. They burnt the bridge with that audience, because that new audience that you have came from that person's audience. So now you're not going to get the same views because you and that person viewer base overlap with one another. They cross between one another. So now there's a divide between both followings and both audience because you call them out. So if you don't call them out, you still got their audience, and you can still tap into their base and suck up as much money as possible. So that's why they would turn their heads. They would even defend the person when they're a piece of shit or they're hypocrites and stuff like that, is because they want to maintain their audience. They always want to have access to their audience. So they're no different from the cabal that's on the woke side. No different. And that's what's going on here. It's in my ears. It does help convey your point. Oh, sorry, guys. Wait, what? It was too loud? Echo chamber. You have to remake ideological pure. This is why I'm not a YouTuber anymore. People only watch me when I talk about anti-woke stuff, but no one watches my non-political videos. Yeah, it's the anti-woke stuff. Oh, what's up, Dark Cypher Lucius? Million Matt, we want more. I want the male gaze. We still heard you, but your audio sound louder or rougher. Oh, sorry, maybe because I'm too loud. I was too loud. Sorry about that, guys. I get passionate when I talk about stuff that I'm into. We want the male gaze, also Million Mac, male gaze for perverts. Yeah, so yeah, man. That's the problem. That's the problem with this space. That's the problem within journalism. They're no different than journalists. They're no different. How journalists back each other up. They support each other, and everything like that. They're no different. You know what I'm saying? When they get too big and stuff like that, it's like I said, it's a clique, it's a cabal on both sides, and they all have cult followers and stuff. So you can't it's not you being loud, it's your mic level changed as you were talking. Is it still loud? Is it still? Let me check my audio. Why does it do that? Oh god damn. Oh shit. God damn. Hold up. Testing 1 2 3. Can you hear me, guys? Yeah, I must have tapped into the I must have bumped into the mic, which shook the cord. Let's do it. No, it's not through the PC mic. It's my it gets sensitive. Like it explodes when I tapped into it or like that, and it wiggled the cord. Yeah, so I had the my fault, guys. Damn, I said all that bullshit. I said all that shit, and if anybody wanted to clip that shit, it probably sound horrible. If I wanted to clip it, I probably can't even use this whole thing or whatever now because it sounds bad. Nobody has integrity anymore. And said I got disheartened with the anti-woke folks because that's their primary talking point, and I'm not turning woke either, and that's the problem too. Like I said before, I got attacked when I said that, and you're allowed to disagree with me when I said Jonah Dark from the new Perfect Dark. I was saying that yeah, she's not the best looking version, but she actually looks more close to the female model, because the female model has a masculine facial features as far as her jaw. She has like a hard chiseled jaw and stuff like that. I said she looks just like it, or like that. I said what makes her look bad is because that bob cut, that she has the Karen haircut, which makes her face more apparent, the shape of her face and stuff. And I remember I had people saying that I'm going woke now, or they're disappointed in me because I said that Jonah Dark doesn't look that bad in the new Perfect Dark. I said I'm not saying that it was the best version of Jonah Dark, but I was saying it didn't look that bad compared to the rest of the nonsense that we have seen, comparing it to the rest of the nonsense. But people started thinking that all of a sudden now I'm going woke all of a sudden. And that's the shit I'm talking about, I look into that ruin. And when I tell opinions that had nothing to do with anti-woke, I get called anti-woke and grifter. I never said the word woke. Yeah, man. It's really, really it's getting crazy. And this is the thing. The culture war is very small. Like I said, Twitter's not real life. This battle's only taking place on Twitter. Most people that doesn't spend their time on Twitter don't even know this shit is going on. Most people who are on other people who are on Twitter and are just casuals and just like to play video games, their algorithm don't even share them culture war shit. So a lot of them don't even know that this shit exists. The culture war is not that big, but it is a war that does determine the outcome of a lot of what's going on within the gaming space. But a lot of people don't even know this shit is going on. And the whole Melanie Mac situation made me realize that, yo, man, we had lost the plot. I mean, both sides had lost the plot, man. I said, now like I didn't know that Melanie Mac thing was gonna blow up that big. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea that it was gonna blow up that big. And now we got to the point where like we're not even talking about video games no more. Now we're going into religion. We're going into all kinds of stuff and now we're not even talking about video games. I'm like, what are we doing here? And the thing is, like, as I said before, I take responsibility because I contributed to it by making the video of Melanie Mac. So I contribute to it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? That's why on this channel I'm gonna cover more non-culture war stuff, even more non-culture war stuff. Introduce more indie games, comic book indie comic reviews, anime reviews. I'm doing all kinds of other stuff, some movie reviews that I like, and everything like that, man. Because this was getting crazy. Yep, it's an underground war. So this culture war was only makes two sides, one and the same. Yep. Once people start seeing the anti-woke shit was profitable, the frauds and suits came in. Yep, like any other movement. Mugen, what do you think about AI slop taking over YouTube? I don't know. I'm not really in the AI space, so I don't know. I can't really give you a fair assessment because I don't dabble in that stuff, the AI stuff on YouTube. So I can't really give you anything on that. Just BlackRock and the power hungry ESRB. Oh yeah, it is. Oh, speaking of BlackRock, we'll get to that in a second. But Alanah, back to Alanah. Then we're gonna talk about BlackRock for a second. That I found interesting. It's gonna blow your fucking socks off. But yeah. So
but no, for whatever reason, people just continue making individual videos instead of saying the whole person has a major issue with being honest. What is an opinion?
Oh yeah, don't mind the I don't have or whatever with that.
An opinion that I've shaped over the course of years by watching Alanah's rise and inevitable fall from grace throughout the
she's like a pretty tomboy, like Alanah Pearce, in my personal opinion.
Favorable reputation, but beneath her
I saw her boxing match. That was cringe.
Lies a disturbing pattern of dishonesty that I just have to address here.
She's a cute smile too. She's a cute chick. But she's insufferable because like I said, like when it comes to looks, it's more than just looks. If you're an insufferable woman, I don't care how cute, how fine, how sexy you are. It doesn't matter if your personality is just insufferable, and she just came insufferable.
I'm aware it's fairly pointless to address this because if you fall for the BS, I think you've actively chosen to. But yes, we're gonna get to that because all right. So this chick was talking about because people were calling her out. Essentially, was because this chick talked about how she worked for Santa Monica Studios, which she did. And what happened was she said she worked on games like God of War. She literally said that she created characters, she developed main plot lines, she wrote levels. She said she worked with hundreds of people and stuff. So people said that's bullshit. Like, okay. So what happened was after that, she was pretty much calling people fake gamers and calling them bad actors within the space and stuff like that for calling her out. So this guy was pretty much, and Kiryu, this dude, he made a point too, but at the same time, this dude's also a simp for Melanie Mac too, because he came on my page arguing with me about something Melanie Mac. But anyway, so he said, so he pretty much called her out and said, what are you talking about? You're a liar. He said, turned out that you only wrote a cookbook, a God of War cookbook or some shit like that. So then after that, people were saying that if this is true, he said, I noticed your name isn't on the credits of God of War Ragnarok. Because remember, she talked about how she was the writer on God of War Ragnarok, but people said, I don't see your fucking credits and shit like that. She said, my name is definitely in the credits. Look again. Now, she's telling a half truth, I guess, because she is in the credits. But it's not what you think it is. We'll get to that in a second. So what happened was, somebody pointed out that, we don't see anything. We don't see anything at all. So see your name in the credits. Now, Alanah also said that it said Alanah Pearce line again, just like she lied. This is Pirate Nation said. It said Anthony Birch, who's actually credited on God of War as a writer, specifically said that if someone is not credited as a writer on the game, they are not. So pretty much Anthony had called out Alanah professionally without calling her out. He threw shade at her without saying her name. So Anthony said if someone is not credited as a writer on God of War Ragnarok, right? On God of War Ragnarok, they were not a writer on God of War Ragnarok. My spite for those who would accept undue credit outstrips my spite for this platform, apparently. So yes, so even the writer who's a writer on God of War Ragnarok called her out without saying her name and shit like that, because she's taking credit for something that she did not fucking do. So we find out that this chick, let me see if so this we found out her name was in the credits, but guess what her name was in the credits for? She was a accessibility consultant, how to make the game accessible for handicapped people or other types of people and stuff. That's the only thing she's credited for. So technically, she's credited in the game, but not for the fucking story. position. Oh, what's up? Yo, what's up, Hypnotic? Yeah, so she pretty much has a made up position, like accessibility consultant. Like, that's a made up fucking position. Like, who? Like, what? Like, come on, accessibility consultant. They made it specifically for her and sat her there and gave her money. That's all I can say about that. So yes, she got called out. She got called out for that or whatever, because this chick was lying. Because she went from I wrote for God of War, and then she said she wrote for Santa Monica. So she took out God of War altogether. So this is not even the thing that really tips things off. Now my brother Strike, and he's also an artist, so he follows a lot of artists on Instagram. So my brother Strike also follows Alanah Pearce at the time on Instagram. So this chick right here said that she drew this image. She said she drew this image, and it took her 45 minutes. She drew with a marker on printer paper and all this other type of stuff, right? Come to find out, this chick named Saram is the actual artist of this picture. Now, she didn't say that she copied it from another image and drew it. She left that out. She made it look like and sound like that she drew this from scratch from her head, and that this was hers. And Saram got called her out for that once people pointed that out and exposed her. They exposed her for it. So Saram said, regardless of the method used to draw this, my original work was not referenced as the source from the beginning. That gave the impression that it's her original drawing. And no, it didn't take me 45 minutes. It took me 3 days. So yeah, so this chick, like it's crazy. Like she even steals other people's art and then claim it as her own. So which means that this chick is a dishonest woman. She is a dishonest woman. Like, you cannot trust a woman like this at all. You cannot. You can't take her word for it. Don't even fucking date her. Because 1 minute you're dating her, if you break up with her, you might have some allegations coming out of nowhere. So stay clear from this chick. And it also has me wonder, as many people wonder, and this is not new. We talked about this before. He said audio input switched again. All right, yeah, definitely, yeah. So it's definitely a pathological writer, and she overestimates her importance. Yeah, she has this main character, like a lot of women have. A lot of women think they're the main character of shit. They have, I mean, anybody can have main character syndrome, but women are known. He said, how the hell does Alanah Pearce even still have a job? And we about to talk about this. We about to talk about this in a second. Said, bless you, moving my ears. Thank you. Oh yeah, sorry about that, guys. Like, it happened again. I'm so sorry. I have to order a new mic. It's probably next month or something like that. I have to, because this is getting ridiculous. So anyway, so we want to get to this for a second. I want to talk about this is because I've seen this before in life, worked plenty of jobs and everything. Alanah, and it said, this is just my theory, and this is just me speculating, and this is my personal opinion. I'm not saying this is fact. I'm not saying this is true. Alanah reminds me of those type of women who are super attractive within a male-dominated space. And you have to understand, most game developers within the gaming, that develop these companies, that made these companies, that develop games, a lot of these guys don't have luck with females. And a lot of game developers and most people within the game space, a lot of them are socially awkward. They don't really have they don't really have communication skills when it comes to women and all kinds of stuff like that. So now this is what happens. This is how they infiltrate the space. So you have an attractive woman, a female within the space who happen to like games, and this is how Gamergate essentially started with Zoe Quinn. Like, this is all about these chicks coming in here, sleeping around with game journalists and game developers, and everybody's fucking each other to get ahead and shit like that. And then it creates dishonesty because these people are fucking around and stuff like that, and people are doing favors for each other for fucking each other and shit like that. So that's how this whole thing with Zoe Quinn and Gamergate started to begin with. This dishonesty within the gaming space and gaming journalism and game developers. Journalists are fucking gamers or having sex and sleeping with game developers and shit like that. So then Alanah Pearce, and from this is what I'm gathering just by this whole situation of how she keep getting all these different connections, finding herself in these different spaces and shit like that. And she reminds me, she's the type of woman to where you have an attractive woman who goes into a male-dominated space, especially when it's gaming. Anything that's with science, technology, and stuff, you have a lot of socially awkward males and males who don't really have luck with women and shit like that. So now you have an attractive woman who comes into the space and whatever like that. And then these dudes pretty much worship this chick. And every dude that's around her wants to fuck her or whatever like that. So you have some women who play on that, who knows this shit, that these dudes want to fuck her. So you have women who knows this and play their cards and play into it. You have some women, what they do is they will fuck their way to the top. They will fuck and suck. They will fuck and suck their way to the top to get into these top positions, get in these positions of power and stuff like that, right? So now you have another. Then you have the other type of woman who knows that she's attractive, and what she does is she goes into the space, and what she does is she cock tease or dick tease. She dick tease a particular male, especially a male that's in a particular position that can elevate her. So what she does is she gives that male, she strings him along. She gives that male the illusion that he has the chance to be either in a relationship with her or fuck her. So she dick teases him. She pulls him along. She always put that cookie out there to this guy who can't control who's thinking with the wrong head to control this dude. And what this dude does, he puts her in positions, or he will make up positions within his company and put her in that position, and is a powerful position. And the position doesn't make sense, but he puts her in there, pays her a lot of money, and to make her feel like she's important, because as long as she thinks she's important, she's getting ahead, he thinks that's going to increase the opportunity for him to sleep with her while putting the rest of the company in danger. Because now you got a woman in power who didn't deserve it, who's not competent or whatever like that, but he put her there all because he's trying to get his dick wet, and he keeps her in that position. Now there's so much chaos and confusion that's going on because now she's in charge. I said I experienced this before in the workplace years ago, where you will come into a shift. The shift works perfectly fine. Everybody does their jobs. When people call out, people will call in and say, "Hey, can you fill in for me because I can't be here?" Sure, I'll come in. I need the extra hours. They get along with the supervisor. They get along with the boss, the managers, etc., etc. So then you have one female who comes along who either just got the job or whatever like that, but she's extremely attractive. You know what I'm saying? She's sexy. She's fine as fuck. Every dude is looking at her and say, "Yo, I will fuck that." Like, so every dude swarms around her. They want to fuck her. They trying to do anything to be around her and shit like that. She knows that, but she's looking to see how she can get her way within the company or whatever like that. So now the boss is also attracted to her. The supervisor is attracted to her. The male manager is attracted to her. So now what she does is the manager will come in and give her special treatment. He allows the things that you would get in trouble for, she won't get in trouble for at all. Because this dude, this spineless dude is a simp. So what he does is he gives her special treatment because he think if he gives her special treatment or whatever like that, he's thinking that she's gonna give him some pussy. So now, so what happens is, out of nowhere, one day you go to a meeting on your job, and now all of a sudden this chick who just got the job, all of a sudden she's your manager now. She's your boss. Out of nowhere. She just came to the job. You've been working there for some months or even some years, but she just come into the job, and out of nowhere, she's your supervisor or she's the manager now of a shift manager all of a sudden. Now everybody at the job, all the males are at the job like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, how is she? Like, how is she? How is she the shift manager? Like, I've been working here for years and shit like that. I've been trying to get this position for a minute. How did she get it?" So now you got the boss or the supervisor prancing around her, saying, congratulations to her and stuff like that. But he's always hanging around her. Even the manager will leave his office, or every time you turn around, he's always talking with her. He's either having lunch with her. He's always hanging around her. He's a beta orbiter. He's orbiting around her. You know what I'm saying? Like a puppy dog and shit like that. So now she's the new boss. Now she's in charge of you. And guess what she does? You have a functional shift. Everything works fine. Everything is flowing just well. But this female shift manager, she thinks she's the main character. Guess what she does? Now she comes in and she disrupts the entire workflow that everybody been working this for years, months, years. Perfectly fine. All the men get along. Everybody's doing their job. Now she's the boss. She comes in and now she wants to flaunt her authority now because the manager or the CEO or the boss or the shift manager wants to fuck her, and now he puts her in this position, and now she's in charge of you, and now she's fucking up everything. She's taking niggas off for days that they're normally off, but now she's putting them on days that they normally don't work, and she's shifting around the schedule. She don't know her way around the fucking building. She don't know anything about the site that she's at, but she's going around stroking her authority, and then she's never working. She's always sitting down on her phone. She's always on the computer. She's always in the office. She's not out there working. She's doing nothing. So now what's going on is everybody's frustrated. All the men on the job are frustrated on the shift. All of them. All the men are frustrated on the shift because they looking like, yo, what the fuck is going on? How did this bitch come in? Now, the days that I have off with my kid, now I don't have off with my kid anymore because this bitch decided to switch my days and stuff. And this day was perfect because this is the time I'm able to have my kid. You know what I'm saying? So all this stuff is getting fucked up because she wants to be the main characters. Now she thinks she has some type of power and she goes on a power trip or whatever like that. So now niggas are calling out. Niggas are calling out on the job. Now when niggas call out, normally the boss will call. The boss will call, she would call you and say, hey, such and such called out. You think you can come in and fill for him? And then the employee would say, the dude would say, no, I can't do that. Or whatever like that. Well, and then what she tried to do is she tried to pull rank or try to threaten your job because you won't give in to her demands and shit like that. But she can't do that because it's your fucking day off. So then what happens is nobody wants to come in. No one wants to come in because they can't stand her as long as she's on the shift. No one wants to come fill that shift in as long as she's working on that fucking shift. So guess what? Since nobody wants to come in, she's the manager. If no one comes in, she's supposed to come in, but she don't want to come in because her day is more important and shit like that. So then, since nobody wants to come in, guess what she does? Now she goes back to her boss, the one that's trying to fuck her. She goes back to him, start crying and complaining and shit like that. His simp ass come down, and now y'all having a meeting or whatever like that. And now he don't want to mess with that chance of fucking her. So now he's coming in, messing with the workflow. So now everybody hate the fucking boss when everybody used to like the boss. But he's only doing that to try to preserve that pussy that he think that he's going to get from her. So then this is what happens. Either people quit or he start firing everybody, but don't fire her when everybody's saying that she's the problem. That's how it works. And that's what I get from Alanah. That's what I get from her. Yeah, she shot her. In that episode, he said, and add the men turning against each other. Yeah. Said King of the Hill episode like that with that character, Debbie Grunt. Yeah, man. Yeah, hell, had no fury like a woman scoring. Yeah, but it could have been prevented, though. Yeah, but it could have been prevented, though. Yeah. All because niggas thinking with their dick. All because niggas are thinking with their dick. And that's what happened. We're in Gamergate because of this shit. Because niggas didn't know how to control their dick. And this is the thing. When you see Zoe Quinn, this chick is not even mid. This chick is below average. Like this chick is basic. This chick is ugly as fuck. But this chick turned the industry upside down. Zoe Quinn turned the industry upside down because she was slinging that pussy out. And niggas was falling for it. Niggas was falling in love with the pussy. So just buy a prostitute. Little story for you guys. He said, as men, we need to tread carefully around women. Kevin Gates style. Like niggas, like this chick turned the industry upside down. And that's what's going on in here, man. And I get that vibe from Alanah that if she's not fucking somebody within there to get these positions, she's dick teasing somebody to get these positions. I never seen a chick come from IGN personality to voice acting in video games to and then now working at Santa Monica studio and writing scripts for games and shit like that. Like, come on. Men like to chase vagina. Vagina is magical. Magic is fatal. So remember, the IGN reviewer who got fired and blasted listed from
industry plays from. How the fuck does Alanah do nearly the same thing yet still has a job? Because like I said, it's double standard. Women can get away with shit like that. They can lie, cheat, steal, and everybody can forgive her because she's a woman and shit like that. Even in the midst of her cheating and stealing and shit like that, somehow she's the victim. So Alanah's getting pregnant with Raw. Agreed. Best at 4 in natural form. I would have fucked her back then, but definitely not now. She's gonna try and pull the school card, Mugen Lord. She doesn't work there. Yeah, I know she doesn't work there anymore because she wanted to move to get close back to family and some shit like that. Yeah, I know. I caught up with that. So yeah, so back to this for a second. Where was it? So yeah, so then she got called out, and then she lied. Then she lied about the whole thing with her whole
but this is nothing compared to what actually
Wukong, the CEO of the company, had lying towards the laws and shit like that, and come to find out that wasn't true, and she was spreading that misinformation and shit like that. Got called out on that, and yet not penalized for it. Got away with that shit.
This is the same person that is
being smash JT. He took it home with this one, with this. You know what I'm saying? So then, of course, about that video that we talked about or whatever, there was a video that I did last year. Last year we covered this video. Smash JT had also shouted me out
the information from Mugen
and brought it up
for trying
about how I called her out, because there was a video that she did. This video right here, she took it down. You can't find it, and I believe she took it down because of me, because no one knew this video exists. No one. It's called Too Ugly. Female video game characters are ugly now. This is during when Mary Jane from Spider-Man 2 was revealed. When Spider-Man 2, Mary Jane was revealed, people was like mad as shit how busted up she looked, especially in the face. Like she just looked busted the fuck up. And she put that video up. Now I thought that she was going to like come in and defend gamers and call it out, saying that women are ugly. But no, she was pretty much like gaslighting us as gamers. So I saw the video. And I don't know what made me do it. I screen captured the thumbnail because I wanted the viewers to actually see the thumbnail and the title of the video so they can look for it themselves, and had no idea that eventually it was going to get that she was going to delete that video. So yes, I called her out on this. So to show you, just in case you guys don't know and you're new here, the funny part about all this. Oh, that's what I did. I gotta bring up the hold up. I gotta bring this screen up again. Give me a second. All right, here we go. So yeah, so this had brought awareness to a lot of people who didn't know, because I'm getting new followers every day. So a lot of people even notice that this exists. So now I'm the only one who has captured that footage, as far as I know. I am the only one that had captured this footage. And it will forever be in the memory. It will forever be on the internet, and people will never forget this. So I essentially pretty much called this chick out. Oh, why did I do that? I did that wrong. Hold up, guys. It has no audio. I have to do that again. Where is it? All right, so that should work. All right, so yeah, so let me bring this up for you guys. But when it comes to Alanah Pearce, she decided that, hey, I'm going to weigh in on this as well. So she pretty much left a video saying that now women are ugly in video games, and she pretty much gave her reasons why women look the way they look in video games today compared to what it was like a long time ago. And you gotta hear her response. It just blew my mind. It just baffled me.
Someone with like a camera in front of their face. Motion capture is when they're moving their bodies. Performance capture is able to pick up more nuances of the human face. And so hand in hand with improved graphical fidelity in video games, you are able to actually capture more like micro movements in the human face. So your face scans need to be more accurate and, in general, a little bit more human, thus more flawed, 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 thus more flawed. Humans have a bunch of flaws on their faces. This is a very common part of being human. Nobody's fully symmetrical. Nobody looks cartoonish. So as video games in general are getting less cartoonish, again, this is why I think it's specific to the West. I feel like there are still a lot of Japanese games made with like more anime art styles. It is easier to make somebody look perfect, essentially, and thus less like a real human. But you have to have more accurate face scans that can't just be about
look at these fine women. Look at these fine women, and you telling me
symmetry,
like, come
where
on.
like maybe they would have created a face.
Look at this. This was released back in 2008. Metal Gear Solid 4, Beauty and the Beast. Look at these fine women right here, and he was able to capture them. They were able to capture them, and you telling me that shit was impossible? And they did this shit back in 2008. Get the fuck out of here.
Looks a lot more cartoonish.
Like,
because then you are picking up the facial expressions, those micro expressions in people's faces. And you are often taking a model and mapping it onto the performance capture and blending those two things, which is an awkward process in general, especially if your models are different to your.
Could you believe that she actually said that? It just baffles me. How stupid she is. Yeah, funny how she don't have her motion cap model side by side. Yeah, I called it out on the full video. I called it out. I even showed that shit. Moving Inception also Alanah was capping hard for Ugly Fowl. Yeah, because like she's a shill. Like dog, she was capping hard. That's got to be one of the ugliest Mary Janes I've ever seen. Damn, she capping. What's the excuse? Humans have a bunch of flaws on their faces. That's what makes them human. Yet the men are still beautiful. Yeah, still they buff as shit, handsome as hell and shit like that. But then all of a sudden, yo, dog, these dog. That's what made me make the video. I wanted because everybody was slamming. Like this is the thing you have to know about me when it comes to the culture war. The culture war is redundant. Everybody's covering the same topic. Everybody covers the same topic. Everybody does. So I'm like this. If everybody's beating down a certain topic, I won't cover it because what more can I add to it? You know what I'm saying? But when I seen that video and all the capping she was fucking doing, and you had people like simping for her and agreeing with her. Of course, she had some pushback, but it was more people like simping for her and agreeing with her and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? When I seen that video, I said, no, I can't let Alanah get away with this shit. So I did the video. Right after I did the video, I looked at my comment section because this video blew up. This was one of my most successful videos. One of my most successful videos. It blew up. It blew the fuck up. And I remember as a month or two went by, I was still getting comments on it, and people say, yo, like, I'm new to this channel. I can't find the video that this Mugen Lord guy was referencing. I can't find it. I'm typing it up. And then you guys in the Discord said, yo, Alanah pulled it down. She pulled the video down. We can't find it anymore. Because some of you guys seen the video and right away after when I first made the video. So a lot of you guys went back to go find it. It was gone. So that means that this video got to her. Because like I said, people were spreading it. Not only YouTube, it got hits, but all out Twitter. People passed that video around. It had so many bookmarks. It had so many retweets, quote tweets, and everything. People were passing that shit around. So it must have gotten back to her camp because that video is gone. It's gone. And real life models for games aren't specifically about playing the game that person's liking this sports. And it looks stupid. It costs a waste of money. Yeah, it's a waste of money. A whole waste of money. Said Major Joel Watson. Pearce, I see her being fake. Someone needs to challenge people like her. If people like Alanah are willing to set, no, she gonna never debate. They're like Anita Sarkeesian. You know, no one ever could never challenge her because she's protected, well isolated and protected. You'll never debate. You'll never get into a debate with her. She'll never do that. Someone needs to challenge people. Yeah, I heard when Dragon's Dogma 2 was in development, Capcom hired people to scan their faces for characters and. Yeah, they all look. That's what most games do now. Most games scan people. I don't like that because it gets it destroys the immersion a bit. Because what I like about Final Fantasy, like even with Final Fantasy VII Remake, I will tell you this: They was thinking about scanning real faces for clout and all of them, but they decided against it later in development because they wanted to create, they wanted to remove the real world from this fantasy world, which is Final Fantasy VII or whatever like that. So they wanted to remove that connection and stuff like that. And plus, you better create unique faces and character designs, and we need to go back to that. I do find it lazy. It's quick, but I think it's costly too. You gotta put all this shit on people's faces and stuff, and you gotta do all this technology when you can just simply create the character from scratch. You know what I'm saying? If you or at least get the body. If you want to do the body, scan the body. That's one thing. Or then you can build from there. But the face, you gotta do it like it destroys that immersion and shit like that. So when it comes to women in video games development, we need to stop simping and call the fakers out. I'm using a laptop, my phone, blue Android smartphone, blacked out. Sorry about it. Oh, you don't have to apologize. Spider-Man 1 and 2, Mary Jane is night and day. Yes, I agree. All respect for Alanah Pearce. Damn her. Yeah, man. A lot of people had lost respect for that woman, man. Like I said, I was a fan of hers. You know what I'm saying? I was a fan of hers, and then as I started seeing it for what it was or whatever, while everybody else is just like glazing over her and shit like that. Like, and her audience, her fan base is just cringy. Because I remember one time she popped up in my notification. This is before I stopped. This added more onto why I stopped watching her content even more, because I remember a notification popped up because I used to have the notification bell on her channel, and for the first time I caught her for streaming one time for the very first time to see what she does on live streams and stuff like that. So she was DJing. Like she had like a turntable and shit like that, and while she DJing, like, I go into the chat, it's just dudes just glazing her all in the chat. Oh my God, you like Alanah, like you are so amazing. Oh my God, like you're so talented. Oh my God, you're so creative. Or like, how was your day, beautiful? It was just that all in the chat. I didn't want to leave anything in the chat. I didn't want to be involved in that chat. It was just people just glazing her. It was just nothing but beta orbiters just glazing this chick. He said, fucking no. Gamers take the groomsmen bill. I guess it depends on the game. It was like the voice actor didn't detract from. Oh, I didn't know that. Because I don't really follow. I played the they did a good job then. If that's it would carry you from Like a Dragon and stuff, then that's a good job. It's a good job is because I don't follow like the back behind the scenes stuff with the Like a Dragon games. I played like I said, I played the RPG and I got the sequel Infinite Wealth. That's my first entry to it. So they did a good job with those Yakuza games to do that for where I can't blend the real life person with the game itself. So they did a good job with that. But like I said, I'm not saying that it should never be used. Don't get me wrong. I think games like Resident Evil, since like a horror, like almost like a movie, like all like that, it works and stuff like that. Definitely a D jockey. Said, yeah, dudes is calling her. Yeah, they was just simping. They was just glazing over her, like, oh my God, you're beautiful. Oh my, I didn't know you DJ. Oh, you are so amazing. It was just all in the chat during a live stream, and she's not even answering. She's just DJing. She would look at the chat, don't even comment on it, and she ain't paying no motherfuckers no mind and shit like that. I said, I can't sit through this. I can't sit through this stream. It was cringy as fuck. It was cringe. The MJ mission make the Spider-Man look weak, and in comparisons, it takes a whole combination to finish off an opponent, but it takes one shot. Why do we even need heroes? Exactly. I mean, since bro, it was cringy, dog. They was just simping over her. That was her god. She was their goddess in that stream. Gamers have to be resentful sometimes. Don't give Missandras no quarter. Yeah, he said, you know what they are? Sheeps. All her fans are sheeps. Yeah, bro. So and then I think was it last year? I seen a video like at the beginning of last year. She came out as gay or bi or some shit like that. She was in the swimming pool. It just popped up. She said it because she had a clickbait title. It said something something I had to tell you or something like that. So I clicked on it and said, I said, let me guess, she coming out of the closet, and so it was something like that. Like she's queer. She said she's queer or some shit like that. Whatever the fuck those terminologies are or whatever. But turntables or Bible simps will always exist. Sheeple feeling like Jodeci. They feeling like Jodeci. Sheeple. Yeah, man. It's crazy. It is crazy. But as I said before, man, yeah, man, it's just this current state, man, of of gaming, this current state of the culture war and stuff. It's a whole lot, man, to try to sink in. So the worst thing that happened to him is making the internet easily accessible. I think it was Pan. Oh, Pan, which is buy, but with a bigger need for attention. Oh, Pan, it was some shit. I knew it was some dumb shit. Oh, what's up, Grime? It said, isn't the term queer mean gay anyways? Dude, I don't fuck. Yeah, I thought that's what it was. I don't know. Japanese voice actors can all sing. The American voice actors are basically just bad karaoke shit. I don't for people with bro down. Yeah, when she said that shit, I just turned it off because it was that fucking predictable. But like I said before, let me go back and share screen again. All right, cool. Add that back in there. So yeah, so I'm always back to another reminder. If you're interested in my comic book series VK, and you just interested in what Venus and Orion Comics is doing, and what I have a plan ahead, definitely go to the link and support the campaign. As I said before, you can get the digital if you just want to try it out and see if this is something that you want to invest in as far as this universe is concerned. And the digital copy is $5. It's only $5. It's less than the McDonald's meal or whatever like that. If you just want to have access into the Venus and Orion Comics universe with VK Chapter 1, Shadows of Ascension, the Shadows of Ascension arc, and Shadows of Ascension, which is the name of Chapter 1. As I said before, it's 10 chapters. VK is 10 chapters. Not 10 chapters, but the arc is 10 chapters. The first arc. There's gonna be other arcs as well. But chapter 10, not chapter 10. There's gonna be 10 chapters in this arc. Hey, what the hell? Yeah, there's gonna be 10 chapters in this arc for VK, Shadows of the Ascension arc. As I said before, man, I can't wait for you guys to actually dive into this universe. And as I said before, I'm new to this. I'm a beginner writer, so hopefully you guys join me on this journey as a writer, and as I improve as a writer, as I flesh these characters out, flesh these worlds out. As I said before, chapter one is just the introduction to Hezekiah Draven, young Rav. He's looking for the chick, the goth chick named Jasmine Mitchell, because she may have connections to Alan Fleck, which is the vampire who killed his mentors, which is these two scientists named Lionel Washington and Rosalie Baxter. These two people that were very essential and important to the Draven brothers, because the Draven brothers, they lost their memories, and when they woke up in the laboratory. So you're gonna find out why. How did they end up in this laboratory? Who are they? And stuff like that. So they were the only connection, or the only way for them to be able to piece together of who they are and everything, because they already know vampires exist. They're skilled, they know how to fight and everything, but they don't know how they know these things and stuff like that. So as the story progresses, you're going to start discovering more and more about the Draven brothers and Varian and himself and everything. But this chapter is young Wrath focused, because as I said before, Hezekiah Draven, he's going off doing his own thing right now because he's pretty much upset at Varian. It's not a spoiler. This is going to be mentioned. This is going to be, especially in chapter 2. This is going to be mentioned. This is going to be shown and stuff like that. But just but he hints. He's going to hint why he's doing what he's doing, and he's going to hint that he's mad at Varian or whatever like that. So you're going to get, so because he's doing what he's doing and he's straying from the path and he's out for vengeance, you're going to see his character develop. Like what having a vengeance mind, or when you go on the vengeance war path, how does that affect people around you and stuff like that? So as I said before, Techlock is helping him find Jasmine while his brothers are out on a mission that Varian had sent them on or whatever. Now, Varian doesn't know that Hezekiah is doing his own thing. So what's going to happen once he meets Jasmine? What awaits him? And what outcomes is going to come out of him meeting her? So you have to wait and see. And how this is going to have an impact on VK itself and also for the first arc. So that's why I can't wait for you guys to just check it out and everything. And as I said before, I did like 9 rewrites, and the 9th one was the one that I decided to go with, was because, as I said before, I had people that's close by, that's close to me, who I trust, and I allowed them to read the script. And when they read the script, this was the one that they pointed out because this one really stuck out the most, and it made them look forward to see what the outcome is going to be, especially after the way chapter 1 ends. The way chapter 1 ends got people saying, like, you know what, like, dude, I have to read these next 9 chapters because I got to see how this unfold, because the way of how you ended it on this chapter 1 is fucked up or whatever like that. So once I got that response, and then my daughter is nothing but me. My daughter is very blunt, and her tongue is like a sword. It cuts really hard. Because she's very honest and stuff like that. And trust me, I'm her father. So you know how children, when kids are, when their parents, you know, they find their parents when they do certain things kind of lame and shit like that, or they poke fun at their parents and stuff because they're old and shit like that. So my daughter, she can be a critic when it comes to things that I do, you know, when it comes to my work and stuff. So I let her read this, and when she read it, she was like, "Dang, Dad, like, oh man, like this is really, really good," or whatever like that. So I also use my daughter as a parameter, because my daughter does not hold back when it comes to criticism, when it comes to my work or whatever like that. My daughter gets very, very critical and stuff like that. So when she read this and it did that to her, so I was like, okay, I think I might have something here to at least introduce you to the world, or introduce you to the character, and to get you prepared for the next 9 chapters. Now, chapter 2, we're going to get into the nitty gritty of the wave force mechanics that I talked about and everything. You're gonna get a surface level of different vampire types in chapter 2, and how these different vampires are immune to different things and stuff like that. So you want to get a bit of that. This chapter 2 is going to focus on Caleb Draven and Isaiah Draven, which is Keo and Strike. You're going to get a chance to know them personally. You get to know what makes them tick, their quirks, and you know, and how they're dynamic and how they interact, you know, with each other as brothers and stuff like that. Which I can't wait to when you see the 3 brothers together and how they interact with each other as brothers and stuff. But you get to see the interaction between Strike and Keo and how they interact with each other and everything. And you get a chance to see their abilities and how their abilities work and stuff like that on the surface level. So each chapter is going to be breaking down different things. Varian is also in chapter 2 as well. But you won't get a deep dive into who Varian is until chapter 3, which is more of a Varian heavy. Each chapter is going to focus on young Rav or whatever, because he pushes the plot forward, because it's about his vengeance war path. But there's certain chapters that put emphasis on other characters more, so you get the chance to know them more as young Rav is on his path of vengeance and stuff like that. So yes, chapter 3 is going to be a Varian heavy. So you will get a chance to know what his motivations are and why he's doing what he's doing and everything. And you get a chance to meet the other characters from the group called the Retributes, which Varian is in charge of. So you get to know something about Techlock and the other 2 characters, no, the other 3 characters, my fault, that I can't yet introduce and reveal yet until a later date this year. And you get introduced to the whole team of the Retributes. And I'm looking forward to share that with you guys. Let me see. VK Pilot Cleanser. I'm making a novel as well. You got me making one now. Good, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Get to it, man. Like, stop holding back, man. Like, pursue your dream, pursue your goals, man. Stop the excuses. Just fucking do it. Just do it, man. Fucking do it. No excuses. The moment you make excuses, that's a mechanism that of your mind and your consciousness. It knows the hard work that's ahead. And most humans don't like to do hard work. It's human nature. We don't like to do hard work. So when you start making excuses, your brain is telling you that it doesn't want to do hard work. So stop what you're doing. Stop binge watching anime. Take that time that you use to binge watch anime. Take that time to pursue what you're doing. It's your dreams and stuff. The time that you spend hours playing video games, cut that in half and spend that time. And I always tell people, you don't have to spend 5 hours doing pursuing your goals. Take 30 minutes out of your time. Whatever, take any time. Take that time, and then you expand that time as you do it. Don't try to do it all at once because it gets frustrating. But no, you ease your way into it, and then you keep going. You keep increasing your time of you spend your time with your goals. So yes, stop binge watching anime. Stop beating your dick to hentai. Stop playing video games for hours and shit like that. Take that time and put it to your dreams. Just do that. Just do it. Because once you start doing that, it feels good. Because it feels good because you start seeing the building blocks. The building blocks start coming together. It start coming together. It start forming shape. Same thing with Venus Orion comics. I start seeing it form shape. It started forming its shape. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm starting to see my characters being drawn up. I'm starting to see the script. I'm starting to see the lore Bible. It's getting fuller and fuller with pages upon pages. And then it's finally physically in my hand. It's in my fucking hands now. But it didn't happen overnight. I didn't make this overnight. It took me. I was building Venus Orion comics since 2020. 5 years now. It's been 5 years. We had 2025. It's been 5 fucking years now. Yes, it takes that long. Some people got that lightning in the bottle. Some people got that stroke of luck where they just do it and knock it out of the park at once. But that's 1%. Stop looking at the 1% who is successful overnight and think that can also apply to you. You're not the main character. That's main character syndrome. You're not. That's not how this works here. You know what I'm saying? So some people are that 1% and they just get lucky, but it doesn't work for everybody. It requires work. It requires a hard time. It requires blood, sweat, and tears. There's gonna be some days you're gonna be frustrated. There's gonna be some days you're gonna be sitting at your table or sitting at your desk, start crying. You're gonna be crying sometimes because it's hard. You get frustrated at times and stuff, and you need to take some breaks at times and stuff like that. But don't give up on it. Do not give up on it, man. Do not give up on it. You write your ideals on paper or Google Docs? Google Docs. I do. No, I know Microsoft. No, I got the Microsoft Office online. And then what I do is I take everything off of that and then I paste it on what they call it, the generic document, Word document that comes with every Windows program. That's not Office. So I copy and paste it so I have copies everywhere. Then I have stuff in the cloud. So I always have multiple copies. I got shit on an external. I got shit on a thumb drive. I got copies everywhere. It's constantly being updated and shit like that. So I always will have it in everything. Shoot, nothing worthwhile is easy. That's the fact. Yup. He said, and you might even doubt yourself or lose hope, but you can't quit. Yes, man. Don't quit, man. VK and Venus Orion comics happened because I said it was going to happen. That's what I did. Here's your homework assignment. Your homework assignment is every morning or any day during your free time, if you're on your phone, got your headphones on, or you're at your computer, I want you to every day, this is your homework assignment, every day find a motivational speech or a motivational video where somebody's talking like Jordan Peterson or anybody. Find a motivational compilation. I want you to listen to a motivational compilation every day because that's what gets your spirits up. That's what happened to me. When I go on my walks, I put my headphones on. Sometimes I don't listen to music. Sometimes I listen to motivational stuff. where it's either Elon Musk talking or I hear Jordan Peterson talking. Sometimes it's somebody from a tech company that's talking. Somebody who made it big, who worked hard for what they got. You listen to those people because those people did it. Those people did it. Listen to that's your homework assignment. I'm not playing around. That's your homework assignment. It's easy. It doesn't cost you anything. While you're doing your work, find a playlist or create a playlist of motivational speeches. You can get it from YouTube. Get a motivational, find a motivational videos or compilations. Save those. Make a playlist, and also get a converter and convert the videos into audio to an MP3 so you can put it on your phone. So while you're out at places, put that shit on. Do it once a day. Listen to it once a day. It doesn't hurt you. You don't understand how much that will motivate you when you hear them motherfuckers talking in your ear, pumping you the fuck up, getting you motivated. It keeps you in the motivation. So that is your fucking homework assignment. I don't want to hear no excuses. That is your homework assignment. Listen to if you're not going to listen to something motivational, read something that's motivational. There's different websites that have motivational quotes and stuff like that. Read that every morning when you get up before you go to work or before you begin your work or in the afternoon while you're on your lunch break or at dinner time or before you go to bed. Squeeze it in somewhere during the day. That is your fucking homework assignment. It's yeah. Oh, that's good. Keep it a good word. Things take time. Mission accepted with Lord. Honestly, there's quite a good motivators on YouTube. Heard one today that turned my whole work mentality around. I may not love my job, but I can still do my best. Do my best to do it. Once you're what the motivation does, it gets you motivated to get the work. You don't have to rely on it. Once you're done, once you got enough of it, and it puts you in that mood, and once you start working and you start making strides, then you don't have to listen to it every day. But it's to get you started. It's to rev that engine up. It's to throw that coal and that steam in that train engine and shit like that to get that train moving. But listen to it so it can get you motivated, get you pumped, and get you into action. Once it gets you to do the action, then you don't have to listen to it every day. But when you start feeling down, then go back to it again. When you start feeling down and things are feeling impossible or things start getting stressful, go back to it and start listening to it again to get you back into it. Trust me, guys. I'm telling you, I'm living proof of this. It got me this far. I'm living proof of it. Do it. It doesn't hurt you, man. You don't understand how good that's going to make you fucking feel, man. You don't understand how good that's going to make you feel. So my old high school football coach introduced us to Eric Thomas, a guy who started his life. Yup. Traskin. Yup. He's a big motivator speaker. Yup, man. Get that shit going, bro. Get that shit going. Don't play around. If video games, anime, medieval fantasy novels, and you inspired me to write, I'm still writing the lore as I write the story. Yeah, man. Don't rush it. Just take your time, man. Take your time. And when the world is ready to hear it and read it and see it, then the world's going to embrace it, man. And people's only going to take serious what you're doing if you're serious. If you're passionate about it, then people's going to get passionate about it. You can't come up with something and then you sound like dead weight. Like you have no confidence in what you're talking about. You have no enthusiasm and stuff. So how can you expect people to be enthusiastic about your shit if you're not even enthusiastic or confident about your shit? So you have to have passion about what you're doing. So that's what you need to do. Like drill that shit in. You have to eat, sleep, and breathe that shit. You have to eat, sleep, and breathe what you're doing. Trust me, you have to do that. You have to. If you have a cliffhanger, think of a plan. Don't take long. And also, when you're writing a story, sometimes like people get writer's block, or sometimes you have an idea, but you don't know where you want it to go just yet. So sometimes it's good to leave certain things ambiguous, because if you leave it ambiguous, allow the readers to speculate on their own. And as you get to the point to where you want to make those reveals or actually confirm something, now you gave yourself some breathing room or whatever like that. So don't jump onto something or confirm something right away when you're not sure when you're writing. Sometimes it's good to leave things open-ended or leave things ambiguous, to leave it to the readers to speculate and wonder. And then when you're ready, when you finally found something that you want, like, okay, this is why I want to go this route with this, because you didn't give confirmation. You didn't confirm. You didn't solidify it. So you left it open-ended. So you can always be able to weave in and now solidify it now that you have a purpose of which you're writing or what plot lines that you're trying to connect and stuff like that. Yep. And another thing, it's most likely not going to take a few months or years. Sometimes I'll take several years, like The Matrix. Yeah, man. It depends on what you do, man. It's as long as you do it. So there's no excuse. But yeah, man, that pretty much wraps the stream. I was not expecting to go on 3 hours. I was going to do 2 hours. But as I said before, I love talking to you guys. You guys always are fun to talk to. You guys are the most reasonable audience that I've ever had. And I've always said this before, that your audience is a reflection of who you are as a content creator and a streamer and stuff like that. So if you're a dickhead, if you're a dickhead troll and a clown, you're gonna have a dickhead troll clown audience who acts the same way you do and shit like that. If you're a person that loves to debate all the time, or you're a smart ass, then you're going to get a lot of people that's going to come into your chat and they're smart asses and want to challenge you and always want to debate you on everything every 5 fucking minutes and shit like that. But if you're a chillax person, you like to chill and you like to just talk and stuff like that, then you're also going to have people who like to talk and just chill and stuff like that. And if you're a logical person that's always trying to speak logic and stuff like that, you're going to have like-minded, logical people who's willing to see nuance in discussion and stuff like that. You're going to draw those people in. So it all depends on who you are as a content creator, the type of people that you draw in. And I drew in a great audience. I love all you guys. You guys are like family. It's like I look forward to when I am thinking about streaming. I look forward to I can't wait to see what these guys are going to. We're going to talk about with these guys and the funny shit they're going to say in the chat at times and stuff like that. And you guys you guys are also therapy for me. You know what I'm saying? You guys are fucking therapy, because all I do is work all day. Only time I really go out is to go to the gym, go to the supermarket, take my daughter to school and stuff like that. Every once in a while, I may go out by myself to go to dinner and go to eat or go to lunch or go to brunch or something like that. Or if I go out with my brothers, but most of the time I'm in the house. I'm constantly working and stuff. So you guys are therapy. I'm talking with you guys. I love to talk to you guys and stuff like that, man. It's very enjoyable when I'm with you guys every time, man. Every time. You speak a lot of facts, man. I should be tuning in a lot more. Yeah, and I'm working on tuning in, being here more often. I'm glad to see you here, Dark Cypher Lucius, man. You don't know. Every time I see your name, man, it hits me with a nostalgia bomb, because I remember where I was at during that time where me and you chat a whole lot back in the day during the Mugen era of my channel and stuff like that. It just takes me back. I was so young then, like back in college, like 2005, 2006 and shit like that. It's just crazy how far back we went and where we at now. It said, can someone attract the same kind of audience as you, Mugen Lord, do who are chill? That's how I know I'm doing something right with my content. Yeah, man. It all depends on who you are. They say, what's up, man? Love your Mugen content, Mugen characters. Yeah, man. Dark Cypher Lucius was that boy, man. Like, was that guy. You still do Mugen stuff? Dark Cypher Lucius, you still do it? I haven't checked your channel. I haven't went because I didn't know you were still around. Cause I checked you a couple years ago and I didn't see anything new. No, I couldn't even find you. I seen people had videos with you tagged, like with your name and stuff, but I couldn't find your channel specifically. I don't even know what happened or whatever. But yeah, I'm glad, man. I'm glad you back, man. I'm glad to see that you here. I don't know what made you decide to go look me up, but I'm glad you did. I'm glad to see you back. Yes, you rub off on your chat. Yeah, man. Honestly, you can talk about anything, culture war or not. You speak with a lot of passion and care about what you talk about. Yeah, man. Yeah, I get very passionate, and that's what some people don't understand about me, because some people think I'm angry when I talk. No, I'm very excited. Like I get excited when I'm passionate. So I'm excited when I talk, and some people see that me coming off as aggressive towards them. And I'm not being aggressive. I'm just a passionate person, especially when it's a topic that I'm passionate about. And I really want you to know how what I think and everything like that. So that's just how I am. I'm just passionate about everything that I do or whatever. But yeah, man. Yeah, so that wraps up the stream, man. I hope you guys have a good night. I'm gonna go eat this dinner. I'm streaming again tomorrow. There's a stream tomorrow, or probably around the same time, not sure yet. In Philly right now, it's the main pipeline in Philly right now is frozen. So most houses, including my house, has no running water. So we got nothing but buckets of water and shit like that. We got buckets of water in order to wash up, wash dishes, and no, we can't even like we've been ordering food, you know, because you know there's no running water and stuff like that. So it's like cold. I mean, everything. The traffic lights is frozen. All kinds like shit ain't working and stuff like that. So we haven't had a cold winter like this in a long time. So this shit ain't supposed to go away until Sunday or something like that. So we got to rough through it or whatever. But yeah, man, it's cold out there. But yeah, you guys have a good night. I love all you guys. I'll see you again tomorrow. So see you Game Fiends later. Peace out.